Gloomy Bear.
Oh, that's cute.
Isn't it?
This is
See,
the
I do.
same thing.
Cute
No,
and
it's
violet.
not. It's not the same thing. He eats
You will
children.
never see blood on that Pokemon.
We're 4
Yeah.
minutes late, guys.
Sorry.
Well, let's
We
get
can
to
stop.
it.
We can stop.
So, with everyone here, there wasn't a ton of things going on during last week's session, but I don't know if everybody used their inspiration or not, but I just went through and I cleared them out for anyone who had not. That was last week. This is this week. But I would like to say I thought I had wildly never expected you to attempt to turn the tables by convincing Yarno to your side. I thought that was particularly great little role playing there, especially about the bit about bringing him to justice and everything. So, Godwald, you remain with your inspiration through this session. Bravo, sir. And would anyone like to do the recap? I don't know. It was a battle-filled session, but
We battled.
Yeah.
okay.
That's
All right.
about
Um,
If we got the map, it might help me remember a bit.
Oh yeah.
Uh.
I always forget because I'm always over there prepping it, and I forget to move you guys to it. Boo-doo-doo-doo.
Was it this session or the last session before that we learned all about the dwarf statue?
That was 2.
That was 2 sessions ago. Yep. I'll just run it through it real quick. It's really not a. It's been a very eventful. I think like 30 seconds maybe. In the entirety of the last session, conversation was going around the room about motivations. As we later found out, the black spiders named Nesnar was um, he was curious. He's trying to find out what brought everyone to the Wave Echo Cave, and something a way I believe he'd also offered to give you the 10% of the mine for clearing out the monsters. And as conversation went around, he got to Godwald and asked him what his motivations were. When Godwald stated his what is essentially moved on with his alignment, he offered, "Oh well, would you help this man?" Where in that moment, Yarno once again made all of his death saving throws, and he coughed up blood. And in that moment, Jerk saw he was moving and decided he really, really, really didn't want that. Broke the parlay truce and shot Yarno. Things went pretty high powered and fast from there. There was a lot of spell slinging. The bear spirit has been summoned. The giant spiders came down for their fight. Webbing was caught on the ground and started catching fire, almost engulfing Jerk and Bear. But in the moments before, Nesnar was well, you guys brought Glassstaff back. And you gave him his equipment. And you gave him his spell focus out of his pouch and his old spell book. Um, he had some of the same spells memorized from the previous one and was able to, fortunately do a couple spells here. And that really turned the tide with Nesnar. The crown of madness floating around his head. He dropped the web spell. The flame stopped spreading. The webs disappeared. A couple of things started going your guys' way, and at this point, you have killed 2 of the giant spiders that came down from the ceiling. There are 2 remaining, as well as Nesnar and Valak. Valak being the other doppelganger who you guys recently learned was a put his nameplate on. Recently learned was not not Gungeon Rockseeker, but instead impersonating him. And yeah, and shit's gone down from that point. I suppose with no further ado, everyone will. I hope your sound settings are similar to last week as I begin the battle music.
Hmm.
That's great.
And we start at the top of the order with Jerk.
Hold on.
The spider that you stabbed last turn died, and the other spider you were facing ran to try and help the black spider. You are currently with no spiders within stabbing range.
You also may have noticed a jewel floating off of that was holding on Niznar's cape, and the clasp was torn from him and floated across the room over towards Sparklegem.
I'm in a bad way here, guys.
You have my healing spirit on you, so you should, if you're starting
Oh.
your turn right now, you should take 1d6 of healing.
This
I got
is
that 1 point.
Yay!
1 point.
4.
Yay!
All right, so I'm gonna add 4, which brings me up to 8. All right, so
Wow.
I'm gonna sneak past Pew Bear here, and I'm gonna rapier this bad boy.
Okay. You're moving over to attack.
And I'm gonna
The-
miss.
It is prone on the ground.
Oh.
Q-Bear had shield bashed it at the beginning or the end of his turn last time, so you get advantage on that attack.
Okay, 21.
21 hits.
Damage is 8 plus sneak attack. So that's 15.
Moving like the shadow across the battlefield that he is, the rogue has once again snuck in and found a weak spot to do damage to him. How many total damage?
15.
15 damage. How do you want to kill this spider?
Almost accidentally.
Okay. Explain yourself.
As I'm like hobbling past Pubert, I trip with my sword out and like take out 2 of its arms, and it bleeds to death instantly. Blood just shoots out of it.
It's kind of like it's been knocked flat and going to stand back up. The legs that it's trying to use itself to right it on its side, you just cut them all off. Blood showers out and covers you, Bear, and Taliesin in a nice little spray,
Thanks.
and it dies.
I just say sorry again, guys. And then I right myself and I don't know,
Everybody's
look
being
the other way.
You're back to the column. You turn to face the other direction.
Yep.
All right. And then
Actually,
is-
wait.
Okay.
Can I get behind the column and hide?
Yeah, 10, 20 feet. Yep.
All
And
right.
then, roll a bonus action for hide.
That would be. Would that be stealth?
Mm-hmm.
yes.
So you roll a d20.
Plus. All right, 22.
14, let's see, 22.
All right, so I'll
Fine,
just
do.
hide back here.
Place the legs up, and run around it, and attempt to hide back in the corner. Probably feel pretty confident. I imagine that you're doing a fine job, staying out of the chaos.
All right, cool. That's my turn.
And that brings us to Taliesin.
All right. So that guy's done. I am going to. Let's see. What do I have left? Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm trying to like weigh the odds on two different things I've been thinking about this whole time. All right. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on myself because I'm actually no. I'll cast it on Jerk. I know he has my little dude. So
Oh,
I'll
doesn't
cast-
that stay in the square that it's in? Isn't that a reason I should have probably had a picture for it? Or does it stay on him?
No, it stays in the square that it's in. So I guess it wouldn't be with him anymore. It would be back over here.
What did you shape it, or do you care if I just pick something?
I can't even remember. But you could just pick something.
We'll just do a tiny jerk again.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or the word's healing spirit. That's fine.
Okay. So yeah, I will cast Healing Word on Jerk first level. So 1d4 plus.
Let's see, roll your perception to see if you see him anymore. He is hiding very well.
Okay. Oh,
You
Well,
actually
that
don't
would
know
be
where he went
an-
after he ducked around that corner.
that would be an 8, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, I
8 is
can't heal.
22.
As an interaction, can I ask, Pubert, are you all right, my friend?
I'm doing surprisingly well, thank you. How are you?
So. All right, well, then I won't do that. I will move my healing spirit to my snake, actually.
Alright.
I'm.
And
Sorry to interrupt. I actually wanted to check myself because I'm showing that I'm at 28 hit points, which is more than I thought I was at.
I threw you a healing potion towards the end of
That's
last
right.
round.
That's what it was. Okay.
am I still stuck in this web?
No, the webbing is gone. The
Okay.
purple circle on the ground is the aura of your bear spirit.
Yeah, oh wait, I was the one that put the web symbol there. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, let me remove that.
Yeah.
All right, so I will then make my way. 20, flank him on this side, and then yeah, I was primal savagery this boy.
Attack Nesnar.
Yep. 17.
17.
Nope.
Let's
Does
see.
Does that
Hold
not
on.
hit?
It's not his turn. Last time he was attacked. But I don't think he. Hold on, I gotta do his AC real fast, cause. Oh, I'm slow. I don't mean to be
Like, yeah, has he had a turn and thus got a new reaction since the snatching of the gem?
Yeah. But actually, that hits. So 17 hits.
I did 3 acid damage to him.
Nesnar takes 3 acid damage.
And I'll say, ain't no laws when you got the claws. Sorry.
He takes the acid damage. He sees him
Like,
grunt.
ow.
You should be ashamed of that.
Grout. Grout, you know. And then as you make the claws kind of smirks again. But some movement. I don't know if you have anything else on your turn.
No, my bonus action was to move my healing spirit to the snake, which I can't actually move. So, there you go. I could do like
So you should be yeah. You're controlling him. Oh, there you go.
I can control the snake, but I
Oh,
can't
the
control
words?
the healing. Yeah,
It's probably really hard to click on them with everything else stacked up right here.
yeah.
I've got it
probably.
on the snake.
Yeah, I see it. Cool. Yeah, that'll be it.
All right, and then Sparkle Gem, you're up.
There we go. I couldn't find the mic control for a second. So I would like to use my bonus action to have the mage hand stash the arcane focus into my back pocket.
Okay, so the mage hand, invisible mage hand, uses, goes into your familiar pouch, stashes that in there with your bonus action.
Yep, and after that it'll move right next to, yeah. It's getting
As
ready
your-
to do again.
As your action, okay.
Action is as my bonus action because you can move and do something as bonus.
Oh.
Due to Mage Hand Ledger, which is a class feature. We went over this last week.
Okay, sorry, I don't remember it getting both those, but all right.
Give the poor guy a break. He's been on heavy medication.
And-
Oh, I know, but this has also been something that's gone back and forth several times.
We've
since the
been
start of
over
my
this. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm kind of
How-
being a
you-
brat today.
You better be sorry.
Sorry. No, okay.
There we go.
I'll move No, I won't move. I'll just shoot my short bow at him. Or wait, better yet, I will once again cast Ray of Frost on the doppelganger. Or no, yeah, doppelganger.
All right,
Does a 17 hit?
17 hits.
2 damage, and his speed is reduced by 10 until the start of my next turn.
All right. Speed reduced by 10.
And then I'll move 10 feet back
All right.
and hang out.
Where were you? Oh, you were just here, and that was mostly the other art spell, and then we found. All right.
Yep.
And that brings us then to Godwald.
Okay.
Godwald, the
There's
man
suddenly
you
a lot less spiders.
Yeah, and the man that you resurrected does look like he's once again at death's door. He is taken after that spell he received a lot of damage, and he's barely kind of standing there.
I'll give him another Cure Wounds using my last first level spell slot and my action for the turn.
All right. How much health does that bring back to it?
That heals 1d8 plus 7. And that's a max heal, so 15 points.
Wow, nice.
Don't make him too healthy. He's a noted asshole.
Shame if something happened to it.
Are you trying to defend your case for heals because you've been the bigger asshole out of the two of you during your interactions?
I don't
I'm
believe
just
that's
saying.
true. I didn't kidnap anybody's kids or murder their
no,
husband.
you only shot him in the freaking forehead.
And I'll do it again.
My point. Thank you.
I'm excited to hear the debate about this around the campfire after if you guys survive this.
Let's see,
But,
that's
so
the healing
act-
spirit. That's my action for the turn, and quick question. So if this spider was prone and then died on the ground, is it still blocking the doorway?
I'm sorry.
So this spider died just now.
It's difficult terrain. It's a big corpse, but it still just costs you. I mean, he covers 4 squares, so what would normally be 10 feet of movement is 20 feet of movement through his space.
Sure.
For
Kind
you.
of blocking the door a bit.
Let's see.
Well, now it's on the ground, dead. It's still just difficult terrain
It's
like any other
still
corpse.
2 sizes bigger than me.
Like any other corpse.
Yeah, but that implies like dancing around and under its legs and such, and it's all flat on the ground now.
Or, using its broken, janky legs as like...
Parkour?
Yeah,
why don't you
parkour.
just jump over it? Come on.
Parkour it. Like,
That's a thing.
doing little spins around each leg, jump into the next part of his body.
So Godwell heals
that's going
Yarno
on.
for 15 more points.
So let's see. So the doppelganger, the black spider, and the other spider are all up, and there's nothing else that I've seen, and the statue is a statue. And I think I'll just pass. Yeah.
All right. And then as you pass your turn, it comes to Yarno, who, looking through his old spell book for what he might do, realizes he is very low on his abilities. He's searching the book for what he can do. And, oh boy. He turns to Valak and he says, and he's like, and he sees his eyes glow as he raises his hands towards him. He mutters a few words with a gesture, holding his stone. And he says, "Come on, Valak." He's like, you know that this man's a monster, and we can't keep by his side." And he casts Charms Person on him. Valak will attempt to resist on his wisdom save. He gets 13, so is that right? 13 is... Where's his DC? I believe it's 12 on Yardo. Yep. So he makes the save on him, so spell goes out. I'm moving that up in this spot so I know it's easier to find. Ending his turn, then turns to Valak, who goes, it's like, you know what betraying Loth means. And he turns to attack the giant snake that is between him and his master in the fight. And he makes his 2 melee attacks, which he missed before because I'm slow. Okay, he nat 20s one of them and he critical ones the other. So he's gonna do a D6 bludgeoning plus 4. He does 8 bludgeoning damage to him, and then as he, oh wait, this is his melee attack with his sword. Yeah, the sword bends, just crank against the snake like he should have been stabbing in, and instead he swiped at it down and attempting to cut it. The scales were far too hard, and you see that the blade's now messed up on its strike.
Hell yeah.
And then that brings us to The black spider. Having seen you kill 3 of his spidery minions, turn Iarno against him and Valak, and only one of his spiders remaining. You see he grabs inside of his shirt, tears off a bit of fleece, starts muttering a few words. The fleece dissipates off his hand, and then a shimmering light kind of appears around him. He slaps Valak on the shoulder and says, "We'll fight this in a black spider voice. We'll fight this in our own terms." And he smacks Valak, and they both disappear.
Oh, good.
Oh.
With that, a giant spider goes to attack the snake. It gets a, it's a bite attack. It's a 12 plus 5, 17.
That hits.
Hits the giant snake. Roll the piercing damage. That is a 7. And then I make a Constitution saving throw, DC 11. So you get a meter beat at 11 for the snake.
Mm-hmm. Okay, he does.
Beats. So he takes half damage of 12. So he takes 6 poisoning damage. So 6 and 7 plus 3. So technically 16 damage total, because he's got a plus 3 on the bite.
Okay.
So how's this Stricter snake looking? Ooh, on mine 16 puts him over. How much is he? Because I am taking 62 damage at this point.
Well, he did get the +8 from the bear spirit, so I don't.
Oh, okay.
So he's like
Right.
he's like just barely alive. I have him at like
yeah.
1 hit point.
Okay, with that, I've got him at 6.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I might have calculated wrong too.
It's all right. So he's 6, but the spider makes its attack. And let's see. If you bear, Jerk, and Taliesin, roll me perception really quick.
Can I not just use my passive?
Oh, you can. Yeah, you can always take your passive if you prefer than rolling. So I mean, I understand that's pretty good for your character.
I'll go with my passive.
Okay. Jerk and Bear. Oh, 2-bit punks went offline in the stream end.
It shouldn't have. That's still on for me.
Oh, yep.
I also have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
If they went invisible, my snake has blind sight for 10 feet.
Okay. What's in mind? I kind of understand where you're going.
Yeah, I don't know if they didn't go invisible or not, but
Okay. Jerk or Prepare. Here, last perception check for me real quick.
I think P-Bear ran off somewhere.
Oh, okay.
He
I'll be
said,
right back before I embarrass myself on stream.
yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll just ignore his roll then. You guys, with yours being high enough, on your perceptions, you guys do hear commotion coming from the south. There's like a big grunting, and then another thing yelling at something else. You guys are able to just make it out. What language? Let me check your languages real fast to see if you understand it. Jerk. Languages. Nope. Taliesin. Languages. You know a lot of languages. Unfortunately, not this one. But you guys do both hear things shouting from the south. Kind of yelling at each other.
Sweet.
And then that brings us to Giant Constrictor Snake.
All right. So he's gonna take healing from the healing spirit. God, I have so many fucking spells. Okay. D6 4. Is it plus anything? Nope, it's not. All right, cool. So he takes 4 healing health points. But at this point, I am going to. Oh, I can't do that until my turn. So yeah, he just regains 4 health, so that puts him at 10.
Yep.
And then it is going to turn.
Let me check.
Turn, and then it's gonna
Sorry.
back up here so that it's 10 feet from this guy.
All right, real quick, let me whisper you.
Does it disengage?
I guess so. Yeah, I would use its action to disengage and just move back.
Okay, hold on a sec. I'm gonna do this. Do. Whoop! There you go. I don't know if you want to adjust that at all for the snake, based on that.
Shenanigans.
Okay, let's see here. So it is the snake. Actually, okay. So let's take that back. Man. Okay. Snake will back up, but not disengage, and risk the attack of opportunity. And is going to bite on this square. Oh wait. What? This one. Where the mage hand is.
Okay. So it makes an attack with disadvantage.
I guess I'm. Hang on. Let me.
Well, I mean, I guess not really. It's just a regular attack for the snake. Yeah, the snake would know. So no, the snake would just know.
Oh, damn it. Hang on. I'm sorry. I'm trying to. Sorry, guys.
Sure. You know things.
You're on like 4 different calls right now between the combat the snake, pipe,
I'll be
the
right back.
detect thoughts, whatever the heck's going on. There's a lot going on. It's a big combat.
I'm just trying to make sure that I understand what he's trying to tell me before I actually take the action. It's music, man. Okay.
Okay, so he makes an attack on.
Well, I guess knowing that he would back up one more square and then make an attack on this square.
Okay. Bite, constrict.
He's going to attempt to constrict. So, get a good roll, please. That's a 9 plus 6. So, 15.
15 hits.
Okay, so then he does. $13 plus 4, 17 damage.
All right.
In physical bludgeoning.
And
So what everyone else sees is the giant snake go and coil around and up against an empty space and squeeze.
because he can still see them.
Smell.
Well, yeah.
Vibrations, smell.
Earthbending.
Right. All right.
Earthbending.
And that would be the constrictor snake's turn.
Yes.
Can we move him a little bit over to indicate the constriction?
I wonder if I can, Tom, stop.
All right. And
That tracks.
then that means it's Pubear's turn. Back with us, Pubear. Hey.
Yep. I just it was starting to come out my eyes, so I figured it was... So I can't see. I see the snake acting all funny, but
You see it kind of coil up around it's tough to do. Coil up around a space and squeeze.
I can do that. I didn't mean to do this 10-foot radius one. Just to, as an indicate, like a marker that he's doing that. Or wait, you know what?
I mean, I guess put it at the center of the snake, right? And that's kind of because it's 9 blocks. It should only be 4 because it's large, right? Or is it giant? Oh, it's giant.
It is giant.
No, it's large. It's large. So it should only be 4 blocks.
Giant constrictor snake says huge.
Size giant. Oh, I was looking at spider, wasn't I?
Yeah, giant constrictor snake is considered a huge creature.
I was looking at the spiders for some reason. No, constrictor snake. Oh, right. 'Cause it's a stupid constrictor, not the.
Even when you type
Every time I do
giant
it,
constrictor snake into D&D Beyond, it gives constrictor snake as the first result.
first result, it drives me crazy because I keep doing this. Yeah. Thanks.
Wow.
Got it. Huge. That's why it's 9. I
Yeah.
didn't mess this up before. We were right before.
I put a little like spirally thing, but it's all the way like up here. So
He's constricting.
yeah.
And that's on the edge of the snake's figure. Because of course Roll20 is like that.
Yep.
so I never told you guys about the secret roll, but I just made one. So Pubear figures that the snake is just doing snaky things, like, oh, he's celebrating victory. Well, time to take care of the last danger in the room. And I'm gonna go over here. Fight this boy.
All right. Your charges into the fray.
Like, oh, huh? Okay.
Ah,
Think
roll
about
me perception.
Perception.
All right. Yep, you move over there and you're facing the spider.
Yep. And this is. Oh, it was taunting me with that 20.
It does that.
I was like, yeah.
We don't know if it's a positive or negative feature yet.
It's a dick feature. Alright, does a 19 hit?
A 19 does hit.
Nice.
So just kind of run up and get to the snake and kind of do a, excuse me, sorry, mid-charge, stepping over the tail of the snake. And I'll take a swing at the, spider. Just almost wild as I'm trying not to step on the slither boy.
All right. It's a wide shot does total of 8 damage to the spider. The spider looks pretty healthy.
Oh. That means we're going to have some good eats tonight.
Oh, wait. Did I say 8? Oh, no.
Is there a
No,
different?
8 damage? 8 damage. How do you kill this giant spider?
Oh.
Jared,
What?
you're scaring me. Is there a different spider health pool we haven't dealt with yet? Don't answer that.
No, I think you guys have actually been kind of attacking things out. That one was doing all right, but I've got him at. He was at before that 8. He was at 22 damage. So plus 8 takes us to -4. So how do you kill this giant spider?
I will chop off his mandibles and everything about 20% back.
Just slice its face
Chop
off
off
with all
his
its
head.
eyes.
Yeah.
It gets a
Half
this
his head.
angle as it's facing at the snake again. Your sword comes down, great, and I'm just slicing its face off. Its guts ooze out the front, and
And P-Bear will grin to himself as feels the glory of a job well done.
all right.
Nice.
All right, so from the south, 2 people seem to notice this large creature that had, up to this point, been protecting a passage to the south, but it's quite big, and it's kind of crawling through the doors as it's on its hands and knees, and it manages to get into the doorway there. And then looks around the room and kind of yells out at you in a language that I don't think any of you understand. Double, triple check. Nope. It's carrying an axe, wearing its vest. I could probably throw the image of it up real fast. This thing is on its hands and knees, crawling into the room.
Nice. Beautiful.
He looks like he's been working hard his whole life and is just really tired and wants a
He
beer.
does.
He's got one last party to slay before he can do that.
Mood.
before the end comes. But
Big
alright,
mood. Huge
He
mood.
just wants to go home and 9-to-5 grind.
but that will bring us back to the top of the order with Jerk.
Jerk, hiding behind a pillar, has seen us turning the tide, and then suddenly there's another tide.
There certainly is. Uh,
Does anyone I
So
don't
the
know.
tide dries up like the riverbed on the way here.
He knows creatures well. Let's see what would be a good check for that. But no, Jerk, keep going, please.
All right, I'm going to.
Taliesin, I suppose Taliesin and Jerk, you guys could both roll me intelligence checks really fast to see if you recognize this creature. If you want.
Does nature help for local things?
You can do a nature check. If you want to do nature check or intelligence check.
5. I'm a little preoccupied.
Yeah, but,
4.
alright. You guys don't quite know what this thing is as it's coming through the door.
I'm just gonna turn at it, and I'm gonna yell as loud as I can. Oh, damn you, ugly! And it has to beat a Wisdom saving 12. Wisdom saving roll of 12.
So so Jerk, you're saying because you didn't. So is this your action on your turn, or your action when
Yes.
it comes in?
This is my turn.
Meet or beat. It gets a 12, but it's got a -1 to its whiz, so it fails.
All right.
That's
Nice.
beat.
So how much damage does this big boy take?
It takes 4 damage, and it has disadvantage on its next attack roll before the end of its turn.
In magical psychic.
All right.
And then I hide again.
Okay. Where do you go to hide?
Just on the
Your
other side
current
of
space,
this pillar.
one space up.
Okay.
Pillar.
I didn't know if you were trying to hide from the spider, hide from the ogre.
I'm hiding from the ogre.
I mean, it's not an ogre, but
The thing. Should I roll hide
you
again?
guys have seen an ogre. You know it. Yes. Roll your stealth check for your. And I don't know why I said that. It's not. It's big boy.
12.
Ogre is a generic term for it's big and ugly, and
Okay.
actually, just those two things is enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a broad term.
It's not ogre. It's never ogre. Alright, that's my turn.
All right.
How many puns? How many
Yeah,
puns
turn,
today?
He goes to hide. That moves us over to Taliesin.
All right. I guess, okay, so I have a question. Seeing what my snake is doing, would I glean any information from that?
I mean,
Hmm.
so you can mentally command it on your turns. I
Mhm.
suppose you could mentally command it to tell you what it's doing or what it's got.
What you got there, buddy?
And
I
you can
guess.
talk to animals.
Your general command, such as attack commands or guard a location. I mean, yeah, you could just speak to animals, right? So you could speak to it and ask it.
I guess I would ask it, like, my thought is that, and clearly based off what he's doing, my thought is that they've just gone invisible. So I want to ask the snake if that's the case, knowing snakes have blind sight.
Yeah, you could also probably do that with an insight check because you're kind of doing what is this snake doing here, and
Mhm.
yours are pretty good. Even your passive would probably tell you.
Okay,
So
sure.
your
Are you-
passive would
are
probably
you
tell you that it's gone and coiled around it. So you've gone and coiled around something, and I think you can kind of put together what was there a moment before.
Yeah.
So
So can I yell to the party, like, they're still here, they've just gone invisible, and
yeah,
then
interaction.
yeah, and then I want to let's see, what should I do? And then I guess seeing that other thing and that just came through the fucking doorway, I'm gonna let the tank try to hopefully tank that thing, and I will attempt to attack in front of me. With Primal Savagery, I suppose.
So just the square to the north of you,
Yeah.
where you attacked before.
Yep. Would I have disadvantage on that though?
Yeah, the spell's still in effect, so it's still invisible. So
All right. So
you're kind of aiming at a.
just where I think something is.
Something you think is sticking out of the snake.
That's gonna be a 9. So I don't think that hits.
I don't believe it does. It's difficult to see the creature, though you do have now an idea that it is there and restrained.
Okay. As a bonus action, goddamn, I can't like click on this fucking word. I want to move the healing spirit again, put it back on top of the snake.
Okay. I mean, I think there's probably a good 1, 2, or 3, 7 squares that thing could be considered over it. So just any of those.
Yeah. I just can't actually like grab the words.
I just put it on the middle, if that's what you like.
Okay. And
Is that where you want it?
yes, that's totally fine.
Okay.
I'm also trying to think, does anybody remember how many rounds it's been since I've cast that?
I've been keeping notes.
He has, and I love it.
At the end of your turn, it will be turn 4 of Healing Spirit and turn 5 of Bear Totem.
Okay, cool. We've still
That
got
is
them
one
for a
round.
while.
So like 5 times 6. It's only been like 30 seconds now since this
Yeah.
started.
Okay, cool.
So it's been This is like all the guns going off in a wow, what's the Tarantino movie where they're all in the black suits? Why can't I remember the life of me?
Reservoir Dogs?
It's just like bah, 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 magic, spears, arrows, like everything's going nuts.
And then, did you actually, you just whisper, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Okay, I had my glasses off.
That was your action, bonus action, is that right? No. That was just your bonus action.
That my bonus action was to move the healing spirit. I attempted to attack in front of me with my action. So that's my movement, and then I also use my action. I also use my interaction. I'm not going to move though.
His attack was less than a 10, so we learned nothing.
All right. And then that brings us to Sparkle Gem. Sparkle Gem, your invisible hand. You know the location of your invisible hand in a location that seems to have nothing there. This is where Black Spider disappeared from. Oh, and Taliesin said, "They're still here, guys. They're just invisible." Cough, cough. I'm assuming this is something kind of in my way.
Are you muted? You're muted.
Still muted.
You're still muted.
Yeah, during the setup, she did say that Discord didn't want to detect the mic.
Discord does hate me. Discord
I
just
heard-
straight hate me. So yeah, as I was saying, after all this commotion, Sparkle Gem's just kind of going to like stand there and let out a loud groan and go, "Ugh. You guys, I said I wanted to nap before we did this for a reason. And
You have the
Going to her-
pipes.
I do have the pipes.
It'd be funny. And there's a
Actually,
big
that's
dude.
a really good idea now that I think about it.
But this guy's like 40 feet away.
I'm going to use my bonus action to dash over there. Phew. And
I mean, you
guard
could probably
this.
just move to be in range, but okay, you go right up next to the boy. All right.
Okay, so that's this.
Yep. I'm going to get right up next to this boy and play my pipes of haunting. So everything within a certain range. I gotta pull this up quick.
Creepy
I got
stuff.
What color do you want this circle to be? Blue, green, orange, purple,
Purple.
yellow?
Purple.
Purple.
But you've got a
I don't
purple.
know.
We're already purple.
Oh, we got a
Oh.
purple.
We're in a big purple circle.
Damn it. I don't
Blue,
know
green,
what
orange, yellow.
Do it in orange. Wait a
Pumpkin
minute,
orange.
let me double
Circle.
check something quick.
Oh, let's see. Let's grab it.
No, that's not what I want.
Are you looking at the pipes of haunting?
Yeah, it's 30-foot range, so.
All right. 30-foot radius or diameter?
Let me check. Each creature within 30 feet of you.
That sounds like radius.
Yep.
And now everything must be a DC 15 that is not a friend of mine or an ally of mine.
I
Okay. so
mean-
you're picking. You pick the allies on this, don't you?
Yes.
No.
No, I
no,
do
it
pick
just
the
is who are
allies.
the allies.
This one's worded weirdly,
Taliesin walks to the other side of the room.
which might be relevant for
Just
this.
kidding.
You can use an action to play the pipes and expend 1 charge to create an eerie spellbinding tune. Each creature within 30 feet of you that hears you play must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or become frightened of you for 1 minute. That is everyone.
Yep, so
if you
everybody has
wish-
to do it.
If you wish, all creatures in that area that aren't hostile toward you automatically succeed on the saving throw.
Okay.
So you can choose non-hostile creatures.
Which might
You can't
include
choose
the ogre.
allies, non-hostile creatures. So maybe.
I mean, is
But
it
it might
based
also
upon
include
my
baby spiders.
perception of what I see as hostile and what I do not, though, is the ultimate question.
I think it would be actually what's hostile toward you, but you feel pretty confident about that. You know,
Okay. Yeah. So whatever isn't hostile could pass it. No, let's fuck it. All of you are afraid. Everybody make a DC 15 whiz. I don't
what?
care. I'm playing it safe. I got
Okay.
invisible baddies running around me. Fuck this. Like
How does
everything
it-
needs to be scared.
You can just be
If
like,
you
my
can-
party doesn't have to make the save; they just
I don't-
automatically pass.
No, if she wishes,
It's
all
not
creatures in
worded
the
that
area
way.
that
Could
aren't
be
hostile
anyone.
toward her.
Anyone
Right.
could be against
It's
you.
worded that way specifically because this is a wondrous item. This isn't a magical item
Right,
that requires
this
a
is
tuning. So
either-
it's vague here for a vague reason. So you could choose
And-
not hostile, but you're pretty confident about what would be hostile or not. But you would have to wait and see. If you don't want to do that and just make everyone roll, you can. That is up to you.
So what if my party's scared of me for a minute? Like,
What if they're scared of me forever?
it's
What
only
if-
1 minute.
What if
If,
the giant monster saves and all of us fail and none of us can come help you?
Because
That's a
frightened
good
means we
point.
can't get
That's
closer
a
to
good
you.
point. So yeah, anything not hostile could not roll, but everything else needs to roll.
So you're
Okay,
declaring.
So if
you'd
it
be
becomes
safe.
frightened, that means any creature will have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within sight. They also
Yes.
cannot willingly move closer to the source of their fear.
Correct.
Okay, and that's where you're at.
Yes, right in front of
Alright.
the doorway.
I'm gonna move that down on the map. We are layering up our spell effects again. Man, we're good at that. All right, and so then let's see your hostile creatures: dead spider, dead spider, dead spider, invisible is, and that's I need. And what's the check I need to make? Beat.
15 on wisdom.
Oh, all right. Let's see, and I just double check wisdom bonuses. That makes a 0, a 11, and a 23.
Oh shit.
So you, I suppose, through the magic, that you see the big boy crawling through the door right in front of you. Here's the tune, this lilting, creepy whistle, flute melody. and it's
Like a
You're
ghostly
like,
opera.
this ghostly opera flute, and just its eyes grow large in front of you. So All right.
You have 4 squares of movement left.
I do.
But you are now
But
in
I'm
melee
still
range of a strange
here
thing.
between the big, scary bad boy and the doorway. Like, I'm gonna make sure he has no option other than to run the fuck out of that door.
You
That's-
pass?
Yes, I pass.
All right. With that, it becomes Godwald's turn.
Hmm. Well, I'm not quite sure what's going on. I think,
Well, you definitely saw a big thing come in through the doors. Well, you watched another one of the spiders die. Taliesin said they're still here. They're just invisible. And you saw the snake coil around something. If you want to do an insight check, you can maybe try and see if that.
see, this is, I can see,
Well,
this
you're
is like,
passive. You're passive. You'd kind of understand something's going on there too, as the snake coils around and seems to constrict a space of nothing.
let's see, this says that I can see, this would hit the snake.
Albuquerque. What?
I'd like to just prepare a crossbow attack on the next creature that makes a hostile action I can see against a party member. And that's it.
Prepare an action. The next creature that makes a hostile action towards your party members. Okay.
Or Urno.
I just
Or
rem-
Iarno. Wait, did you just or Iarno? You may now attack you.
No, or that attacks Urno.
Or that attacks Iarno. Okay. It's a good clarification because I
Yes.
wouldn't have maybe considered him necessarily your ally. I may have asked that.
Like, he's not part of the
Okay.
party, but he's on my side of it. And so that takes my whole action, and I don't know anything else I want to do, and I don't want to move because there's creepy invisible things around, so I guess I'll just pass.
All right. Then the next turn comes to Iarno. He actually looks around the room and he looks to you, Godwald, and he's like, I only have one. He's like, I think I can only do one more spell left. I don't know what I think I'm just gonna hang out here, and he kind of goes and ducks behind here and attempts to hide.
Because anyone can try to hide, but rogues are good at it.
Yep. He doesn't do a great job. it's like kind of like says something and then walks around a corner, and you all pretty much see him say that and go around the corner. Which will then bring us to the doppelganger. I believe he is restrained. Now, is it the beginning of his turn that he may take damage? Or is it the beginning of the snake's turn that he makes an attack?
The snake can continue to constrict at the beginning of the snake's turn. He has to try to do a DC 16 strength check to get out of it.
Because otherwise is restrained.
So he can't really do anything except try to get out of it.
Right, because restrained.
He can try and make a melee attack on the snake with disadvantage.
Yep. He actually, let's see. Well, he needs to make a Constitution saving throw for the spell effect, though. Which he didn't. He took the damage before, so he doesn't need to do it now.
The damage was less than 20 that time.
But he does reappear because he makes. Let's see if I can select him. He does reappear because he makes an attack using the. He makes an attack using the wand in it. The wand that he has. So he reaches over to the wand and he turns and he looks, And you can see he's actually like now you can tell that he's restrained and caught in the middle of the stake. And he says, "Get this thing off of me!" And magic missiles go flying off towards the druid that he believes is seen controlling the snake. And so he does one towards you, one towards P-Bear, and one towards Godwald.
I treat that as a trigger.
Those all hit? Oh yeah, you would. Yep. So make yours and he'll make his.
So I'm gonna make a light crossbow
Those
attack.
all hit automatically because of the spell.
And I'm gonna have to roll some wild magic.
Oh shit, yeah. And then, so let's see, we'll just roll damage on them because they auto hit. Just a d4 plus 1, yeah.
I make a ranged attack on the doppelganger with a 15.
15 does hit. And let's see, who did I say? P-Bear, Taliesin, and Godwald. So, P-Bear, you take 4 damage.
Oof.
Taliesin, you take 4 damage. Godwald, you take 5 damage. Oh, good D4 rolls.
I take 5 damage. I take 4 of that on my bear points and 1 damage to my health.
Okay.
Do I have to-
Taliesin, roll me
I deal
100?
4 piercing to the doppelganger,
Then and 4 piercing to the doppelganger. Hits
and that's
4.
the end of my reaction.
And
and,
Taliesin, roll. We're gonna do it this way. Instead of rolling 4, well, roll.
Does he
4
roll
D100.
separately for the vest and the hat?
Roll 4 D100. That's a lot. Oh, that's a lot. Okay.
Those are 4 different numbers.
Well, I guess I need him to be in.
Do you need them to be separate?
Well, I guess I could see him. They're 11,
And it's-
61, 32, and 8. So go ahead
And
and
that's
roll
like the order they were
D4.
rolled.
Roll a D4, and that will decide which table this comes from.
1.
So it comes off the first table with an 11.
I also just remembered
Randomness!
my arms are invisible currently.
Your arms are invisible currently.
We don't know if that effect didn't seem to end when you made attacks. So
Fade or whatever, right? Where did this
You might
go?
just have to accept your new life,
As Rayman.
Rayman. Which really... we could
this stream is
consider
brought to you by
that
Floating
movie.
Hand Productions, who make good animations.
Nope. Wrong table. And I refreshed the Roll20 site, so I'll be back.
Merge the layer, Kronk. Wrong layer!
Do I just fucking explode?
Maybe it's a wandering table. Or it's a table you randomly encounter. I can keep going to this music all night.
It's like not loading for me.
I can pun duel.
I'll be right there in a minute.
We
As
all
soon as
sit
this-
down and start
as soon
playing
as this
poker. I
all
got the
goes.
deck of cards. There is, in fact, a deck of cards.
Mm-hmm.
At 11.
Oh no, not this again.
So, Taliesin, around you, after the magic missile hits, tiny motes of light circle you, shedding bright light in a 10-foot radius for, and each one dim light for an additional 10 feet. So now these lights are shed up and around you, and they're going to last that long. All right.
Can I yell to him like, "Thanks, I look aesthetic as fuck"?
Right? Yes, you're very, very pleasing as these circles of light are flying around you. But all right, so nice twist off of that. This is phallic. And let's see.
Here.
Oh, whoops. I need Bear, Taliesin, and the snake to roll me an attack at disadvantage. So
Just like
Taliesin, you're gonna roll 2.
Just
Wait.
with their current weapon.
Wait a minute. Is this a...
Yes, a melee attack.
Well, is this an attack of opportunity?
It is?
Okay, because I'm allowed to cast spells for those.
Oh yeah? Oh, and the mage thing.
Because I'm a warcaster.
The warcaster mage thing. Yep.
I will do Frostbite. But I'll roll to see if I even hit. Actually, that auto hits.
Frostbite
this
auto
is-
hits?
This is a really good. This is
Yes.
a really, this
Cantrip?
is a really good feat. You could actually you could charm person.
Yeah, but
Con
That's
save
cool.
13, so con save. Okay.
No, I just didn't read this feat all the way through last time.
Nat
What,
20, I don't even
warcaster?
need to look at that one.
he nat 20'd it? Fuck.
Yeah.
Wait. Does he still take half damage?
It's a cantrip, so I doubt
Frostbite?
it.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
I would doubt it, but double
Oh,
check
well.
for sure.
Yep, no, he doesn't. He doesn't take any damage.
Okay. The snake and Bear can make melee attacks of opportunity with disadvantage. You guys can kind of... Well, the snake doesn't make a disadvantage, just makes its attack.
Yeah. Because he can still bite.
Mhm.
Skitch. Ooh, nice. Plus, that's a 21. So... Oh, wait, there
You
we
see, as the... Nope, okay. And Bear, make your attack with disadvantage real quick. Or did I miss it?
Oh no, I haven't made it yet.
The result is exactly the same. Does
Wow.
a 14 hit?
So, as he goes through, Nesnar uses his reaction to throw up the shield one more time, making it exactly 21, which you do still hit.
Mhm.
But Bear, you do miss. So how much damage does it do as he reappears?
8.
8.
In regular piercing.
So he gets about... come on, he gets about here before he reappears on this. Reappears to everyone. Takes 8 damage.
hmm
And then he continues to run.
Where is he at? Oh, I see him.
And that's the 10-foot bite range.
He can't run towards Sparkle Gem.
He is not feared.
Jared said that one of the 3 saves was over
Oh,
20.
Gotcha.
And that's
Yeah,
a
it's
success.
safe to assume
We didn't know which one.
the drow is the one that made it. He is a caster. He probably has a fairly high wisdom.
Unless he's like an arcane, then he's intelligence based, but still.
Could be both.
Could be.
So,
Could it be?
Okay, sorry.
Maybe he got hazed in wizard school and he got advantage on saves being frightened. There's no way to know.
All right, and then he will get to about here, just within range of Jerk. He manages to run, jumps over the spider and lands here. And that means it is now Giant Constrictor Snake's turn.
Does that mean, do I get an attack of opportunity on him too?
He didn't
He
leave
didn't
your
run.
range.
He didn't leave it, he just entered it.
Okay.
I will. The giant constrictor snake
In
is
order
going
for him
to
to
take.
get around the fire, avoid Godwald, and attempt to avoid you, he only made it that far.
Okay, so the snake gets 3 more health back. Where did I put that notepad? Okay. All right, and then it is going to try to constrict further on the doppelganger.
Squeezes him yet again.
I guess I still have to roll for that though. See if he can actually do it.
See if he can constrict even more.
Plus that. Oh my fucking god.
What is it?
That's a nat 1.
Ooh.
Oh shit. He's unable to do it, and I suppose with a critical fail attack roll, his he's just constricting it? How does he fail?
He's just maybe not able to.
I picture the snake squeezing the
Not
thing just
no
to the
longer.
other part of the snake.
Squeezing it and maybe like pops him out of it so he's kind of on top of him and not restrained anymore.
Would he be like?
And a critical fail, I feel like there's got to be a consequence. So
Would sure.
he
Would
either,
he be-
either squeezes so hard that he breaks one of his own ribs, or and like somehow squeezes on a part that he thinks should be there. This invisible creature still around him. I think he just squeezes him out, just and the doppelganger goes. It kind of flops out, and well, let's see. We'll still roll the con save, which he fails. So you guys actually see the doppelganger go up into the air and go up, and like kind of land down on him. Let's see if he manages to stand. He manages to stand. He's now kind of trying to balance on the giant snake, but the giant snake doesn't. Giant constrictor snake does not take any damage to itself.
All right. That will be its turn. Can't really. It doesn't have any bonus actions, so.
Oh, and it's the beginning of its turn, and the healing spirit is over both the snake and the doppelganger. So roll healing for both of them.
I don't know if that works that way. Wait, hang on.
Well, it's the beginning of. Well, yeah. Make sure it's not an ally or something. But it is over top the doppelganger as it starts its turn. So if it's an ally, that's one thing. If it's not, then we're good.
It reads, a creature you can see and it was invisible at the start of its turn.
Fair enough.
You spirit can't.
That's how I would rules is written that.
Absolutely.
Oh, it also says you can.
I'm just gonna move that word so I can take.
So it's a
this.
triggered may.
It says you can cause the spirit to restore 1d6 hit points.
Works out.
All right.
Yeah.
Checks
I
out.
also rolled the wrong thing for the heal because I thought it was a d4 for some reason.
On the previous one.
Yeah, it's just 5 instead of 4.
And the snake took that on its turn, so now it's up to 14.
Okay.
All right, that brings us to Puber's turn. Puber, you just saw a doppelganger shoot up out of a snake that squeezed him too hard, and kind of land, and he's
Make a popping noise.
somewhat standing on top of it, like, oh my god, what the fuck?
I hate that doppelganger. I don't like him at all. So what are we measuring out for me there?
That is my guess of the path that the black spider took. And you did get a swing at him, and he put up a shield at that time.
This would be an extra 10 feet of movement.
You described that as a jump.
Yeah, he did.
Would I be able to?
Get through there. That's why he only made it that far, because it's difficult terrain. It didn't really jump.
That hand does not take up space.
Yeah.
Nope.
I'd be able to take a swing at the doppelganger without hitting the.
The doppelganger is no longer in the snake.
Okay.
It's just
Because
simply
I would like
standing on a very difficult terrain.
to go ahead and take a swing at the guy who lied to me, even though he didn't really lie.
You were
or
never
say-
Gundren.
You're not. You are not Gundren. You're not even Phaedron.
Is Gundren even here is a valid question for after the fight.
Am I this doppelganger? Is this doppelganger me? I'd like to hit him.
Whoa.
I don't think I hit him.
I don't believe you hit him.
But I'll do my step over the snake. Excuse me, and then I'll take a guarded swing at this dude, man. I don't think I've got really anything else I can.
Would you like to bash?
The shield bash? I don't know if that's a.
This guy is precariously perched.
He's
Oh,
in
yeah,
this
that's
area.
well, not
He's in
wrong.
this area where the snake is, making it difficult terrain for him as it's.
Yeah, I will totally bash, shield bash.
Why is the doppelganger no longer feared? He should be still feared.
Oh, you know what? I thought I removed the restraint on him instead. My bad.
No, you're good. I was just making sure.
If I remember, it's my strength score for the shield bash.
Yep. And it's what competing against his, right?
Yeah. I misrolled that. That's supposed to be that's a 13, not a 14.
Okay, 13 on it, and he got a 12. So you're able to successfully.
Would you like to push him back or down?
I want to push him down.
Clonk. And falls down.
Swing and then bring my shield. Captain America style. I punch that haymaker shield.
Alright. If that's your turn. Let's see, frightened. It can see. It heard this terrifying music coming from Sparkle Gem, and it's going to attempt to make an attack with disadvantage on her. It gets a 7 plus
No, you're good. Keep going.
5. He gets a 12. It's a hit.
That
I don't
misses.
believe it. It misses. Is unable, and he can't really get up. He can't.
Mage
can't
armor
stand
doing work.
that.
Right?
Oh yeah, that'd be because of your mage armor. So like even the little side swipe while he's on his knees just can't penetrate your magical armor. But that's his turn. That brings us back to Jerk. Top of the order.
Round like 6 or 7.
Alright, I'm gonna flip around and step on this spider and make an attack with my rapier.
So 5'10", makes an attack.
14.
His DC is currently 21. You swipe with the rapier, and you see this magical shield, like almost an invisible bubble, kind of glint as the attack comes down and vibrates it, so that you can see it. The spell is up.
Okay, I'm gonna ornate dagger him. That's a 12 again. Well, 12 this time doesn't work.
His AC is much higher.
And that's all I'm gonna do.
All right. Then that brings us to Taliesin.
Okay. Don't think that I can reach him. Nope, that's 50 feet. I can only go.
That's the dead bugbear.
Yeah, he's here.
Oh. He's 40 feet. What is my movement?
30, but all the spider squares are double.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have to dash.
You can on the same turn go and pick up the snake and then drop it on him.
Well, the snake is still a snake.
Yes. If I read that right, it's a bonus action to pick it up and a full action to throw it down.
I'm gonna move. I cannot pick up healing.
Spells.
Oh. I'm going to move I cannot pick up. I want to move my healing spirit to Jerk. Can't fucking click on it.
Oh yeah, that's mine.
And
So that
then
moves 30 feet over to Jerk.
I will. Turn around and. Oh, that thing's feared. He's also feared. How far is. No. Level 1. Okay, I'm gonna run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then cast Charm Person on good old Drow boy. He has to make a wisdom save of 13.
All right.
Come on, nat 1.
Come on, that one.
Both of them.
Swap that die out. That is a 24 total. He
Okay.
succeeds. We're gonna roll this die next.
All right. Well, that was my last spell, and
You
Man,
have
I gotta-
moved, bonus, full.
I gotta go move this die over to my Friday night bag.
I'll yell like, guys, we can't let him get away.
Heard.
And then yeah.
All right, and that brings us then to Sparkle Gem.
Sorry. So Sparkle Gem's going to move. Bonus action, disengage, move 15 feet forward. Puts her there. And like, when Taliesin says that how he can't let him get away, Sparkle Gem's just going to kind of make a little comment of, really? I thought we were going to let him go for a walk in the park. And then release an arrow into his back.
She fires an arrow towards Neznara, past her friends. Roll me your attack.
Says the person who wanted to sleep in the next room when they knew we were here.
11 probably doesn't hit.
The limit does not hit. His AC is still 21
Yeah.
How long does
well,
that
you
shield
know.
spell last? Jeez.
until the beginning of his turn.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's the beginning of his turn.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Shield's pretty hot.
I want to know how many
The
spell
creature
slots
would've-
this guy has, because he casted shield like 4 times alone this battle.
You can use higher level slots for that.
3 times. Also, the
Oh, is it 3?
creature at the door does get an attack of opportunity. with
I said
disadvantage.
bonus disengage.
Plus bonus. Okay, so then you
I
bonus.
did say
Witnessed.
that before I moved my 15.
All right, cool.
So
Sorry, I missed it. I
no,
typed
it's cool.
that moment, I guess. My bad.
No, you're good. But yeah, then I'll just pass my turn. Other than that,
All right.
and I'm gonna go for my 9 o'clock break.
Time for 9 o'clock break.
Yes.
Everybody good? We'll take that break and we'll
Acknowledged.
I mean, if you want to wait
Uh,
until the start of rounds, we can. But I'm still going to sneak out.
Yeah, I gotta get the kid to bed. Back in a sec.
All right. Well,
Roger.
we could keep going to get to their turns because they're at the top of the order if you want, but we could also just take a break here. So up to you guys.
Vote in favor of continuing.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would need to step away from my turn, but
Okay. Well then, I mean, so there's not a ton that's gonna happen here, but Godwald, it is your turn.
Okay, let's see. Prone, feared, all the way over there. Let's deal with one thing at a time. Shall we? I'd like to toll the dead on the doppelganger with a whiz save 14.
All right. Gets to make his wisdom save. He gets a 3. That's not going to help even with his bonus. So he fails that and takes.
Min damage, 1 necrotic.
Ouch. Dong. Just a little like ding. And it doesn't really phase him too much.
I'm gonna hold that. Gonna hold that. I still feel pretty equidistant from everything happening, so I guess I'll pass. Yeah, I'm done.
Alright. So if your turn is over, then we're going to Arno, who went to hide behind his rock.
Which is
saw,
fair, you know. There's a lot going on.
Just saw an Ezreal appear, comes around the corner, and he's going to use his last spell. He's like, "This is all I can do, guys!" With this interaction, just telling you, like, please, just turn me in and don't kill me again. And he turns to Nesnar, and he's like, "If you know what's best for you, you should stop fighting us and turn yourself in." And he attempts to cast Charm Person one more time. Which means Nesnar needs to make a DC 12 Wisdom save. And he gets a 22, so he succeeds it. And you see as he uses his focus, the glow from it just fades out, and he just kind of looks kind of worried back to you guys, like, "Ah!" And he goes and let's see, how far did he have to move there? 10, and then 15, 20, 25. Just goes and he hides himself a little bit next to these boxes. Ah! And then Phallic, the doppelganger, no longer restrained but still frightened of Sparkle Gem and prone, will spend half of his movement to stand up and then attempt to get out and follow his boss. Let's see, he can't run towards Sparkle Gem, but he should be able to move 15 feet only in this direction, unless he dashes. I'll get up next to Jerk. Runs away from Sparkle Gem.
When the snake get an attack of opportunity,
We would.
can I try to constrict him again as an attack of opportunity?
It's a melee attack, then yes.
Yeah, I'll try it again.
That takes place when he leaves the 5-foot range.
Yep,
Does
it's a
he-
melee weapon attack. We'll see. We'll see if he makes it or not. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Yes.
22.
16 hits, or 22 hits for sure. Yeah, so he's then back here, and constrain. So you basically move it 5 feet, and then the snake slowed it up around him.
12 damage.
It's good again, and he just
In
shouts out,
constriction.
"Nesnar, don't leave me!" But he is now looking pretty rough. He's like taking it, like you can see that like the area like around his exposed skin is like purple and bruised from that like gray pale tone he was. Now he's just been crushed so many times. Like you could clearly tell there's several broken bones in there. And he's
Good.
no, it would have been here, I guess, because he can't go towards Sparkle Gem. And he's once again restrained. Or no, wait, restrained, not prone. Restrained. Alright. Nesnard turns towards Jerk to cast a spell, but Jerk's not here, so let's go ahead and pause there. He'll be casting a spell at him.
Casting a spell.
So yeah, we'll just take a break here till people return.
Alright.
And time for it. spells.
People keep trying to charm this guy. Isn't he an elf of some kind?
Yeah, that just means you have advantage.
Is that why he's rolling so like crazy high?
Probably.
Oh well. Or it's just like crazy strong.
Stream is still going, right?
Drink water, everybody.
It might have been put on that whole like we'll be back soon or whatever. I don't know.
I'll be
Okay.
back in a second then.
Okay, internet. Yeah, we're live.
Neat.
Let's see, got all the notes in the system. That there. That works out. I'm out of spells. I got one spell as an emergency backup. You're out of spells. She's out of spells.
Yep. Wasn't expecting the boss to
Bear's
have
out of
some
spells.
minions.
Yarna is out of spells. Okay, that tells me that.
Oh, we're in break. We don't need battle music. Not until the break's over.
We're still live.
Yeah, but the battle's not on. We're just chatting until everybody's back. Oh, wait, is everybody back? Oh, no. Just Joe. All right. Is everybody good? Does anybody need to take a break? Because I know a couple of us were still here when I stood up.
I've gotten a drink.
I'm good. I can't speak for anyone else.
The doppelganger attempted to use his turn to dash out of the room, but was unable to make it away from the giant constrictor snake who had its opportunity attack to constrict him, so it's coiled up around him again. And then we're starting when we come back with Nesnar's turn.
Hmm.
So I do have to apologize for a description error earlier.
Yes, how dare you?
Is
I don't
it
know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
ogre?
Yeah, so when I described Nesnar as tearing fleece off of his out of his clothing, he actually reached into a pouch, plucked out one of his eyelashes, and then started chewing on whatever he reached out of in the eyelash in his mouth, and that's when he and Valak turned invisible.
Spooky.
Yeah.
Preparedness.
Spell components are weird.
That's dedication to your craft right there.
Let's see, but
Wait, are you saying you wouldn't chew on some gum and pull out an eyelash in order to turn invisible?
gum.
I thought he was chewing on his eyelash.
Yeah, that
This is-
too.
This guy, I'm thinking he's chewing on a spider leg or some shit.
He started.
People
stuck
do
both
that, you
things-
know. There's
Pulled
protein
out
in
the
it.
pulled out
It's
the
mostly
eyelash,
muscle.
stuck something in his mouth, and started chewing. Man, why does my phone keep dropping the stream? That's stupid.
How committed am I to this course of action that I keep pursuing?
Is that the thing you're rolling on? Ignore this and this too.
No, that was something else, just in my head. Actually, I think I will use that number. I'm committed to this crazier and crazier course of action.
I guess that would have been a response earlier to talent. You're getting more and more into this course of action.
So I'm here.
Oh,
I can hear
Are you
everything. I'm just going to be off camera for a moment.
okay. Well,
Works
it was
out.
Joe back. That will bring us back to Neznar's
Neznar's
turn,
turn.
who is going to turn to Jerk. And wait. This is very important. If we're all back. There we go. All right. So, as Neznar has attempted to navigate his way out of the room, hoping to stay invisible, but losing the concentration on the spell after receiving an attack on his way out, he has Jerk come take a few swipes at him. His magical shield has protected him, and he then turns to Jerk and he says, "You will all face my wrath this day." And he takes the spider staff, stomps it down on the ground in front of him, and kind of like rocks seem to appear in front of him and grow in size and start swirling around him as these kind of flaming meteors are now encircling his body. And he then launches one at an area next to Jerk. And actually casts two of them in his direction. So he's attempting to escape. Now, one at Jerk and one off in the distance. So one will land here, and everything in 5 feet of it. We'll have to make a dex saving throw with a DC of 15, and then another goes and flies in front of Taliesin and Godwall. You both need to make dex saving throws. So Jerk, Taliesin, and Godwald.
8.
21.
10.
All right, Taliesin and Godwald, you both take 9 points of damage. Jerk, you made the save, so you only take 4 points of damage. Taliesin, roll me 4 D100 and then a D4.
And I'm next to him, aren't I?
You are.
Oh, God, no.
4D100.
And are his arms still
Okay.
invisible?
Yes.
All right.
Does he still have the dancing lights on him?
And 4. I don't know if the lights are still on me. He didn't tell us how long it lasted.
The lights are still dancing around you, Taliesin.
At least I look cool.
And actually, you know what? I'll let you know. They will, for the next 4 hours, be dancing around
Oh,
you.
sweet. Who needs a torch when I'm just glowing?
Well, that stops me from asking again.
These lights are just kind of floating, I suppose, around you in in this circle. They're really under no control of your own. All right, but you rolled a
So it would be
4.
7.
7 on the 4th table.
Which means okay. Well, this will be interesting. Let me see if I can find this as a thing. Okay, I got one. The first thing I need is a 60-foot radius. We're doing purple for you.
We have a purple.
Yeah, purple. A 60-foot radius.
Can it be blue? We have a purple still.
Oh, because you have one? Okay. Sure. So circle. 60. Cancel. On Taliesin.
Okay.
Alright. Everyone in that circle is encased. Jesus fucking Christ. Everyone in a 60-foot circle around the affected is instantly encased inside a snowman. As several other snowmen also appear.
It's
All
the
right.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
So, snowman. Let's see.
Am I-
Snowman.
Am I also a snowman?
No. Snowman.
All
So
right.
it's everyone
not.
else within 60 feet of you.
Snowman. Snowman. Snowman.
Oh.
Snowman.
While you're doing that, we
Even
forgot.
bigger snowman.
We forgot to give Jerk the healing spirit healing.
This is
It's not my turn
happening
yet.
on the enemy.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's not my. That wasn't my turn. That was just me getting hit with something.
Snowman. 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 Okay.
This is kind of exciting.
This is a
I,
little completely
okay.
insane.
So when you say encased, like wearing it,
encased.
or
No. This is, we're getting there. We're getting there. Everyone within a 60-foot radius around the affected is instantly encased inside a snowman, as other snowmen appear in random unoccupied spaces. I put 2 down off my roll. Making it now difficult to discern which snowman contains someone and which one is empty. Honestly, there probably should have been more, but we're kind of lucky in that case. A creature encased in a snowman is restrained and starts choking until they take an action to break the snowman and free themselves. So no one inside of a snowman can breathe. And you will take damage on your first turn if you don't make it out of the snowman. So
All right.
I forgot who the fuck's turn that was. That
it is
Mesnar?
still.
That was
yes,
That was
Nesnar's.
Mesnar's.
This
But
is
he-
the result
Nesnar
of
casting our-
Mesnar's
yeah.
attack.
He already
There
used
are-
his action though, so he can't
Yeah.
try to break out.
Yeah,
Can
and
I-
there are now 4 small flaming meat hanging around one of the snowmen. This one.
Oh shit. Can I as as a reaction to getting hit from that, can I just say, "Stay frosty"?
I mean,
This-
as literally the only person who can speak, yes. So, everyone else encased in a snowman, we're gonna go down turns here. The next person's turn is the giant constrictor snake, encased in a huge snowman. In order to break out, you have to use an action.
Okay. Is it strength based or?
It
Does
is
it
just
just
your
say-
action.
Okay, so he's just gonna break out.
Okay, uses his action to break out. Big snowman's gone. I'm gonna take this other circle off because we're all the effect
Yeah.
done.
there is no additional effect.
No. This is the wild magic.
Like, it doesn't make everything snowy terrain.
Mm-mm. Isn't that lucky?
Yes. Yes, it is.
All right, but yeah, you guys. Let's see. So that's the giant snake. I'm gonna
The
grab
snake
my
is
next
successfully
spear.
grabbed during the doppelganger's turn.
True that, yo. True that. I believe the next turn will be Pubert, unless I forgot.
Would the snake like to move its snowman anywhere?
It is holding that guy, by the way, so it's restraining him.
He's double restrained.
Well, the guy inside of him is restrained as well, but the snake is still constricting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
After breaking out. So.
it counts as currently grappling, which there's a little rule in the back.
Yeah.
It's like, when you're currently grappling, you can try and move at half speed.
So it's up to you.
But you're also taking an attack. No, because you used your action to break out.
That was my snake. Yeah, it broke out of the snow, man. But what?
Snowman.
Oh,
Freaking ridiculous.
so, but I can't do anything else, right?
The snake could move, potentially attempt to move at half speed, I guess.
There's a dragging rule in there for when you're grappling a thing, you can move it and you at half your speed during your turn as your move.
Okay. So the snake, I'm gonna seeing as the snake is the only thing that is not a snowman, but it's holding a snowman. I'm gonna tell it to move, move towards the one with the flaming rocks. Or actually, no, I'm going to tell it to. What's its speed? 30 feet. So I'm gonna tell it to move 15 feet over here. 5, 10, 15. Guard the area from this guy. All these little snowmans.
All right. And then it is Pubert's turn. Pubert, you're encased in a snowman. Suddenly, and without warning, your entire body has been encased in snow and you can't breathe.
I'll
Requires an
panic
action
and
to break out.
break out.
Ah!
Ah! With a thing of gleaming light. And I'm gonna look around all these other snowmen. Like, what the hell? Who's who?
Yeah, it's actually difficult to tell. If you want to try and figure it out, you're gonna have to roll a perception check.
Okay. I will do so. Well, I think I know what I'm gonna do if it matters. I'm probably gonna go for the biggest guy.
Oh, the big old snowman over here.
Big old snowman.
All right.
The ogre question mark.
Okay, yeah, you recognize that everyone in the room has become a snowman, and that very large, exactly where the last guy, that big boy came out from.
Oh,
I think everybody else has seen him at this point too. So if like Pubert, Sparkle Gem, Godwald, do you guys want to roll me an intelligence check to see if you know what that creature was? You're welcome to. Just a side note. But Pubert, your turn. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd like to try. Yeah,
Nice.
19.
You absolutely recognize, and not from like everyone else who was there in order to see these creatures, but somewhere when they were teaching you back in Waterdeep about fighting, you've seen pictures of an ogre and you've seen pictures of an orc, and you know that this creature is exactly halfway between them. It's half orc, half ogre.
Oh.
An orker.
Oh,
And
good
ochre.
challenge.
I don't know why it added all that, but I clearly don't know.
Yeah. All right. So, but you run up to the snowman. This guy is restrained, so you actually would have an advantage on the attack roll against it if you're making an attack.
Oh, well, since it was an action, I can't make an attack.
Oh, right. Do you have a
The
bonus?
snowman?
If you have a bonus, you can. But you're right.
Oh, I do not. So, yeah, I'll have to pass turn.
Ochre. Ah, ochre. Oh, that's good. I
Yeah.
like that. Yes,
I read that somewhere. It's a color.
it is.
And it's
like
the
a
color that
yellow.
it was.
Yeah, that's pretty close, actually. That's pretty great. I wonder if somebody thought of it. That's awesome. All right, well, it is now the half ogre's turn. He will use his action to break out of the snowman. But then he is still on his knees, halfway in the doorway and halfway out, and also afraid of Sparkle Gem. So he will hold his place, kind of staring oddly at staring oddly at Pubert, wondering what the hell just happened to him, and how he was just like snow filled his mouth and his face and everything else.
Both kind of just stare at each other awkwardly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you too, huh?
All right, but then we'll make it Jerk's turn. Jerk, you are encased inside of a snowman.
What do I have to roll?
It's just an action to break out of the snowman. It's just snow, but currently you are like it filling the space that you're in, and you can't breathe while you're inside of it.
Okay, well then I break out of the snowman.
Snowman gone.
You also get 5 health points.
Yeah!
All right. There are 2 snowmen in front of you. It is difficult to tell where everyone else went, but one of the snowmen does have several small flaming meteors encircling it.
Can I use my rapier or my ornate
Bonus
axe?
Bonus action attack.
You get your offhand when you use your main hand, usually.
Oh, that's
So
true.
how about we say I broke out with my rapier in my hand and I come back with the other one?
Okay, uses his attack to break out of the snowman with the rapier, spits out some snow, and then uses offhand attack, which is with advantage.
Alright, we'll go with the 16.
16 meets, so you do hit.
And this is my offhand attack, so it does less
The shield is down.
damage. It is a 1d4. 3 damage.
In regular piercing. And you're sure you don't want to use your wild magic? Because it would be funny. I mean, this was funny, right?
It's already hit.
It's already hit.
So
I was
it's already
actually
hit,
thinking
so
about
he-
it.
he
If I
st-
live
he
another
stabs-
round.
So you slash your way out of the snowman. It crumbles around you. You look, you see the 2 snowmen in front of you. For just a brief moment, you're confused as to which one, but then you jab your knife in and pull it out as a meteor just flies up in front of your face, and you do feel it connect into something into the snow. That brings us to Talison's turn. Taliesin,
Well,
you are
I
not encased in
will-
snow.
since
Oh,
he's
sorry.
restrained, will I have to disengage to move away?
He will get an opportunity attack, but it'll be a disadvantage.
You will have a disadvantage on it, yeah.
I'll just stay here.
Oh, and do we do Healing Spirit?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Back
I'm
up to 9 hit points.
Oh, and do you get sneak attack? Just for having an advantage?
Does-
Don't-
In theory, he would.
Oh yeah, no, because I have
he's on
advantage.
One attack.
Anytime I
Because
have
you get
advantage, yeah.
Because he's on. Yeah, you would. So roll a couple d6 on there. Nice.
nice.
So 10 more damage. Thank you guys.
All right.
There's a lot going on. I think I'm a snowman.
You are a snowman.
We can build a
Didn't
snowman.
expect
So the
that.
last one, how much was the last one before the 10 damage?
3.
3, so it was 13 total.
As an offhand.
Yeah, you feel it stick into something, and as you pull the knife out, like some of the snow like just turns red in front of you.
Okay.
And then Talison's turn.
So I'm thinking because I was not turned into a snowman, I would kind of still know what was going on or where this guy was. I'm going to.
Same thing. It would normally be pretty difficult to tell which one. Well, something, but he's got these. There are flaming orbs that one was just shot at you, and it's encircling one of the snowmen, so you know which one he is.
There's
Yeah.
also one huge snowman and a snowman that's in a snake.
There's literally no way I could have predicted that to happen. Like even if this thing had happened, I would have made you like perception to figure it out. But it's pretty obvious from what's going.
Yeah. That kind of worked out there. I'm going to wild shape into a
Into a wolf.
warhorse.
Warhorse. Where's
Mhm.
my horse?
We haven't used that for what, like, at least 5 sessions.
I'm not going over to the other screen. I'm gonna just. Oh wait, actually, can I?
Look at my horse. My horse is amazing.
Yeah, you brought that up before.
Oh wow, Warhorse search just brings up a bunch of skeletal horses. No, we just went on.
Mm. I think I was a gray horse previously.
Well, here's the horse you are now. Whoop.
Okay, I was like, it's a little
Is that a-
smashed.
Is that a trash panda?
It was. Taliesin, you become, let's see.
Last time it was a large creature that took up 2 squares.
Yep, that's what it looks like now.
Yep.
I
I'm just gonna
can't.
call it. I'm just gonna call you Bojack Taliesin.
All right.
And give me a second.
Oh man, I hope Kamala Anderson is doing okay outside.
I mean, we gotta go back and feed them soon. They're getting
Oh,
hungry.
shit.
We haven't been here for that long.
You
It's,
turn into a war horse, and I
Yeah,
believe
can't
you
roll
should
with the
be
2
able
days.
to control that character now.
Yes. So 5, 10, 15, 20. I want to basically rush around. I want to give it the run around
I think you can
and-
make this
and
move.
charge it. Sure, I'll do that and charge him. Come
Okay,
here.
so you run
So do
over the body of the spider, and you attack the snowman,
And I-
surrounded by meteors.
yeah. So basically, I'm gonna hoof attack and then trampling charge.
On a successful hit.
If I hit him, yeah. But I've got advantage.
You do because he is restrained.
Let's just do it's plus 6. 14. Ooh, 24.
24 hits.
So he takes. Yep. 14 damage, and then he has to
Nice.
make a DC strength saving throw or get knocked prone. Yeah, I don't know if him being in a snowman.
Restrained affects dex saves. It does not say anything else to my knowledge, but being a snowman is weird.
Yeah.
And so you knock him prone.
Well, he has to make a DC 14 strength saving throw.
Okay.
The hose hit and they push.
Ooh, I don't believe he's gonna make that. Yeah, he gets a 13 minus 1, 12. He does
Alright,
not
so-
succeed.
So I knock
You-
him on his ass.
Your attack obliterates the snowman around him and then knocks him prone. And as these bludgeoning hooves appear down onto him, knocks him down. God, and you can see him kind of like dazed and bloodied. The wound he took from the stab, like there's red snow everywhere, it flows off of him, and then he's just looks like crippled and broken and like lying on the ground, and screams out now that he can breathe.
Does the last part also happen? I'm not sure how to read it.
Does the last part also
Mm.
happen? I'm not sure.
Oh, I can make another attack. I can hooves attack him again. If
Okay.
On the DC strength saving throw or be knocked prone, if the target is knocked prone, the horse can make another attack. So let's get on in there. Thank you for that because I didn't read it.
Yeah,
It's-
good call.
Like as it's written, it's like, does it have to take now or
Is it
before?
And you also
18?
get advantage on it because he is prone.
And it
I
still
think
receive.
so.
It's an 18. As he's
18 or
after
21.
after the first attack runs out and knocks him down on the ground again and a magical shield appears in front of him, and you're just down onto him.
So
Barely
Did I have advantage on that attack? Because if
For
I
it-
did, I rolled a 21
because for it being prone.
because he's
You
prone.
would with the second one, so you make the
Yeah.
second attack. All right.
Yeah.
Meets.
Yeah. Roll me damage.
9.
That's 9.
In
How
the
do
back,
you want
in
to
back cuff
kill the
bludgeoning.
black spider?
Yes. Man, I'm a
Do you
horse, so I can't say
do you just-
anything
So
witty
you just
to him.
keep front hooves, back hooves.
I would say that like, as I ran up and charged, knocked him. The snowman just exploded and he falls against the ground, and then I'm like still in midair, like Black Stallion style, just like, and just slam my hose down on, crush his rib cage.
You have the movement to end on top of him if you want for this turn.
I mean, I am on top of him. I can.
Crunch. So you just and just and crunch the black spider as he falls unconscious.
We did that, but it's not over yet. I wish I
It's
could
not
talk as a
quite
horse,
over
so I
yet.
could like turn to Jerk and be like, "It's not over yet, brother."
So that's you have 2 squares or 1 spider square left if you want.
And then now with Nesnar knocked out, it becomes the Constrictor Snake's turn, who is holding a snowman inside his.
Oh yeah,
stomach.
Jerk
Oh
is
wait,
there. You
no,
can't be
sorry.
there.
That would be. I apologize. It's Valak never had his turn inside. He uses his action. He uses an attack to break out. He gets one more attack on the snake. He attempts to pull a dagger and slash at it, but is unable to get anything to everything else that happens. It is now the snake's turn.
Okay, so the snake is going to try to crush him again. And I also thought too. It doesn't.
Wait, did we do Sparkle Gem's turn? And no, that was
you
your
said
turn.
No.
Both Oz and Sparks.
Yeah. I messed this up. So that was your turn.
Okay.
And
My
then
turn,
Sparkle
yes.
Gem's turn. Yeah. That's why he didn't. He was still had a snowman on him. I'm sorry.
Put that snowman back on that boy.
That snowman back at that guy. And Sparkle Gem, it is your turn. Apologize for the error, guys.
You are a
It's
snowman.
okay. I will use
You are a
my
snowman.
action to break free.
All right. Let's get rid
And
of
then
that
I'm
snow.
just going to kind of like rub my arms and stand there looking around confused. Like just chilled to the bone because Sparkle Gem does not like the cold. So she's like set back and stunned just by the fact that she was a snowman. And I'll pass my turn.
All right, not holding your action for anything in particular.
Actually, no. I'll hold my action.
That
for
action
if
was
the
spent.
Ogre attacks any of my party
Oh, right.
members.
Yeah, I suppose you have bonus action. You could,
Yeah.
if you used the attack action to break out of the snowman, you could bonus attack something, which would be the
No,
last
it's
thing left
okay.
in the room. This guy.
Yeah. I'm just going to like break free and hang out. Like
All
trying
right.
to warm myself up by this fire.
Chilled, and that brings us to Godwald's turn.
I would like to. So is Nesnar dead?
You,
Or-
as
very
if
badly hurt.
you are currently inside of a snowman choking. A little
I
back-
break out of the snowman.
You use your action to break out of the snowman. Then, as you look over over to the east, you see Wojak Taliesin has just trampled Nesnar, who looks very unconscious. Sorry, guys. I jumped to Nesnar's turn when it was, and then I started going down that order. My bad.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm still at the center of the action. I think I'll still just pass.
Okay. Then if you've broken out, it becomes the Arno's turn. He also breaks out of the snowman, looks around. What the hell just happened? I've never seen any kind of magic like that. And then he moves farther in the corner to cower and does not get restrained inside of the webs that he just stepped in. And that brings us to the doppelganger. He will use one of his actions to break out of the snowman, and his next action to attack the snake that's holding him in with the magic missiles wand. That's 3d4 to the snake.
So all at the snake?
He takes all 3 at the snake. So he takes 3 and 2 and 2. So you have a grand total of 7 damage to the snake.
He attacked the snake. Does he have
Yep.
disadvantage on attacking the snake because he's restrained?
Magic missile hits.
Oh,
Magic
he
missile
magic
always
missiled
hits.
him. Okay, yeah.
Magic missile with his wand that he's got. He's desperate. He's trying to break free.
So he does 7.
He doesn't think he can. He doesn't think he can break the snake's strength. So he's just
The announced total was 7 force.
7 force damage. I think that brings the snake down back to 7.
Hmm. Is he just in there like singing, "I want to break free"?
It might be going through his head. But then that brings us to Pierre's turn. Pierre,
You have
in
closed.
the middle of the last bit of
Really,
action.
yes. You have closed
Alright.
ranks with this crazy thing. It is
So,
still
I'm
clearly
looking at
frightened of
this
something.
guy. I just popped out of a snowman. He just popped out of a snowman. Well, I'm not interested in talking about our experience. So I'm just gonna kind of look at him, and then just kind of I don't know how you would really like kind of just slap somebody with your sword,
Yeah.
but that's
What you
what I'm
slap him
gonna
with your sword?
The
Alright,
flat of,
roll
the
me-
flat of the blade.
Roll me an attack.
pop, 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 pop. Oh, not good.
What is that total? Oh yeah, no.
That's a natty 1.
So you actually go to use the flat part of the blade and smack smack him, but it actually works out like a improvised weapon attack. So roll me a d4.
Two.
And the smack from your sword with the dull side of the blade actually snaps the half ogre out of its fear, and it just looks at you, and its eyes go from kind of terrified to angry.
Okay, well, my face is gonna go from angry to fear.
Does he get the strength bonus?
On his damage.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. With the strength of that weapon.
So
Oh.
that's 2 more.
So he does 2 more damage. 2 damage to the half ogre. I think the first bit of damage the half ogre has taken.
It came in and we were like, let's use fear. And it worked.
Yeah, so it kind of snapped out of his fear, but it
That's
is
really
still
cool.
like kneeling down, attempting to get out of the doorway.
I wanted to make sure I stopped that.
All right. Do you move or anything, or stay in there?
Nope, I will be holding my ground.
All right.
Yeah.
Then it is the half ogre's turn, who looks at you, having smacked him with flat blade, and then goes to shove you out of the way. So he attempts to use the shove action. That'll be a contesting strength score, which he has +3 because he's a real big boy. That gives him 19.
Kind of big boy. I got a 7.
So he is able to shove you out of his way. So instead of trying to knock you prone, he's pushing you, and he moves you 5 feet back off into this square. He then uses the rest of his movement to move into the room and stand up.
And keep standing up.
And he stands up and he looks around, and Master being trampled by a horse, all the chaos, the dead spiders around him. No! Kind of gargles out a no in a broken comment that you can all understand. And that brings us to top of the order. Jerk, you're standing next to an unconscious black spider.
Well, as
Jerk
we
is still in-
all know, I am not afraid to take shots at downed enemies, so I'm going to take his head off.
Healing spirit first.
Yes, healing spirit first.
Yeah,
That's
Oh, yeah,
a
that's right.
D6.
it is a D6.
4. All right. What do I roll? I'm gonna use my rapier to just take his head
An
off.
attack. He is prone, so a melee attack would have advantage on him in order to do damage to him. And that advantage. That hits. The 23 hits the downed enemy.
Bojack Taliesin is next to the dude.
So rapier damage.
Plus sneak attack for. Plus for the advantage. On
Okay, so
throw.
that's 17 damage.
This is your rapier.
Yes.
So as you know, that rapier's a stabbing, but you take it, you move in. He's not moving. Bring the blade down and drag the rest of the blade down across him as his head, the wounded head goes, and you like hit the bone. Maybe not quite enough to like split it, but the neck just splits open. Blood just goes flying everywhere, and you feel that man is very, very dead.
Good.
I don't trust like that.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna use my second attack on him too.
Okay.
He's still prone, under a horse.
Yep. So advantage.
17 do it.
He had a
17
16
hits?
before.
Yep. 17 hits. So this is this blubbering, bloody like mess of blood spewing out all over the new horse form of Taliesin, and the head just kind of barely hanging on by a thread. You do more damage.
4 more.
Offhand.
Yep. And
Yeah.
then
Sneak spent.
And you manage to take, and then the D6, because no, that's only once per round.
Yeah, once
for you.
per round. Okay,
But
so
you manage to sever the rest of Neznar's head.
I am going to move behind Bojack, and as my interaction, I'm going to kick his head down the stairs as I'm walking past his body, just to make sure.
The interaction, pop the head off. Interaction.
Yeah, because I don't.
You moved over there. You moved over there.
Yeah, and then I'm going to move over here, and I'm going to turn and prepare for the next fight.
That always happens.
That's my turn.
All right, and then that will make it Talison's turn.
Okay, seeing as you just cut his fucking head open, or his throat open,
Very dead.
Yes, I will make a charging attack at this guy. He's probably gonna succeed the charge to knock him over.
You passed the healing spirit, but the horse is already full.
Yeah, so horse. Sorry, I really enjoyed BoJack Taliesin. I love that show. But Horse Taliesin runs across the room, makes an attack.
It's 19.
19 hits.
So
Moves 20 feet, including 1 feet of spider. 1 spider.
2d6 plus foe. And if he can make a DC 14 strength saving throw, but he takes 10 damage from the hooves.
His strength saving throw is 15. So
Wow.
he does
He
make
barely
it,
makes it.
but he takes how much damage?
10.
In
10
animal
damage.
bludgeoning.
And this creature is just a few hits, and he's starting to look like bruised from them, but he is still standing. He yells out in pain, "Ah! And just keeps shouting something at you that no one can seem to understand. You have anything else?
I cannot do anything else. So that'll be it. I'm just gonna neigh at him like,
Sparkle Gem, it's your turn. There's one creature left alive in this room. You just watch Jerk mercilessly
big guy, right?
decapitate the black spider. No one's gonna ask Batman about anything.
So, yeah, keep in as much distance. Wait, what about this guy inside the snake? Is he still alive?
Yes.
And he's afraid of you.
and he's coiled in a snake, and he can't get away from you.
Yeah, you definitely have advantage on any attack on that character.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and stab the creature inside of the snake with my rapier.
He's
Balak
inside of the snake.
Doppelganger. Roll me an attack with advantage.
That one's not gonna make it, so... Nope,
Oh.
we're just gonna ignore all that.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, with the snake moving around and the creature moving around in it, you just throw a shot out with your, what was that? A rapier? With your rapier,
Yeah.
and you're unable to hit that one.
Yep.
You also have an off dagger if you like.
Yeah, if you do your offhand attack with the dagger, you still get advantage on that too.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. No, probably not.
Next one.
11.
That does not hit, but the next one.
Okay, yep. I'm trying to click it, sorry, it's giving
Oh, you're good.
difficulties.
There you go.
22, there we go.
22 hits.
Pubera
That's
is
just
next to the
straight
dude.
Die roll on damage, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So 2 damage.
2 damage. How do you want to kill this doppelganger?
What? That's all it had left?
It's been squeezed several times and bruises have been forming.
I mean, I guess as like Sparkle Gem's dagger connects, she kind of gets really confused because she didn't think she was actually like going to be able to take this thing down.
Mm-hmm.
So like she'll just start doing a little dance, even like really proud of herself, and that's it. But she'll like try to just hit it anywhere and then do like a little dance because she's proud of herself.
And it
Alright.
sinks into a bruise where the blood was already forming.
So Sparkle Gem takes a swipe with her rapier, and the shot goes high over its head. But as she spins around back with the dagger, it slices it in, like almost kind of blind behind her. She, shocked, kind of feels it go in, and hears the familiar sound of a creature breathing its last breath. Pulls the dagger out and does a little dance. Nice job.
Yep. And that'll be
Alright.
that.
Alright, and that brings us to Godwald's turn.
Wow, that's there and that's there. And I don't speak whatever
Bah.
that dude.
Just attack that dude.
Let's see. So if it's half ogre and half orc.
Yeah,
My first thought is like,
Bear recognizes this. He's seen this before, but
So
I
my
don't think
first
you've
thought is to
ever
try and
rolled
have
the
this-
intelligence check to see.
oh, that's fair. Does a 14 succeed?
Yeah. So you recognize this creature actually from your adventures out of that cave far off to the east. You've seen both an orc and an ogre, and you see features from both of these creatures. It seems to be right in between them.
Well, I first thought we'd have Taliesin try and speak Goblin to it just because I lumped those races together. But Taliesin can only speak Horse right now. And I don't speak Horse. And so we're in combat with that thing. And
Yep.
it's not happy with the situation. But I wouldn't
Yeah,
be
you
happy if
watched-
there was a snake in my living room the size of my home.
You also saw Sparkle Jim do that little dance number and just kill the
How good of a dance?
doppelganger. Oh, it was pretty good. Do you want to roll a performance on how nice your dance was, Sparkle Jam, real quick? +4.
That's very good.
16. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it was a
16.
pretty great dance. She has practiced. You know this. You know this is not the first time she's danced that dance. You're
That doesn't work. Doesn't work. I'm not that worried. I'll toll the
put that
dead
guy-
on the ogre.
the half ogre. But yeah, do
Oak.
it.
I said
So,
ochre.
Ochre. Oh, the ochre. All right. He gets 3.
That
Fails
is a
the fail
fail.
poorly. How much damage does he take?
Min damage, 1 necrotic.
Damn it! All right, yeah, he still looks pretty
is what
okay.
it
Little
is.
ding, little bell hits him, and he looks like he's pretty all right. You anything else?
I'll take a step closer to the fire because I was also a snowman,
Okay.
and I think I'll pass. Yes.
All right, I'm going to run the restroom real fast, but Yarno just cowers in the corner and is like, "Ah, I can't do anything else."
That's
Yeah,
kind of fair.
The next turn will be the Constrictor Snake, following that by Pew Bear. And then I will be back in just a few seconds.
So, Jerk, I have a ceremony scroll which will make it so Yarno cannot be risen for 7 days.
It's
Cannot be
fine.
what?
I already gave my word that I wouldn't attack him again. Because he needs to. We got to get him to court
And get paid.
and get paid. I am taking the whatever's on the spider though. I'm taking that to my lady friend.
You are the nearest to
What?
that
no,
corpse.
No. Her items are going. The spider person's magic items go to me, not your lady friend.
Well, I want to see if I can trade for something better.
Your lady friend always seemed interested in documentation and stuff. Maybe your two goals can work at the same time.
Yeah, we should go see her. See what kind of magic items she's got in stock now.
Baby.
I'm standing in front of him. I'm gonna search him.
Myself, what I really want from a sort of place that deals with magic items is just a scroll to identify the kind of thing they use day to day,
We can
I
talk.
would like
so I can learn that spell.
That actually sounds like a good idea.
I wanted to do that before, but there was a last time we were there. There was a long
I mean,
line.
in theory, I have identify and could teach it to you.
You do not have it written down.
Doesn't mean I can't write it down.
Hmm.
All right. So what is
Casting is weird.
what is the giant snake going to do?
Seeing as what it's currently constricting is dead, it will. It is also almost dead.
Okay.
If you
It can
bonus
disengage and
action
retreat
turn
over
it
to where
into
you
a
are.
Staff, I'll pick it up and put it on my bag.
I can't do that until my turn, and I'm also a horse.
It's not a spell. Maybe you can. Oh, but
Well,
it doesn't involve
it-
speaking, and you are a horse.
I know, but I did have a question about that. Since we are both animals, can I speak to it in Sylvan
I'll be back in
Um,
1 second.
to say the word to turn it back to a staff. But
Well, it's the snake's turn, not yours.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That I can't even do it until on my turn, so
Yeah, I'll try.
it doesn't
I'll
actually
try.
matter. But it's going to disengage and move back 1 square and continue guarding.
Okay, so you
'Cause
use
that's-
its action to disengage, and it moves
Yeah.
back. And it's kind
Yeah.
of surrounding Sparkle Gem and this snowman in a bit of a way, plus the thing, but it's this long snake thing slithering around, filling all these spaces. So
Yeah, so that's pretty much all it can do. It's just gonna hiss at this big guy.
kind of makes it difficult for everybody inside there to move around. But yeah, all right. So he hangs out there. He would take an attack of opportunity on him if you didn't disengage, but you did. So then it's it's Puber's turn. The other Piter Bottom.
All right. I'm gonna Piter bottom it up. I'm gonna Piter up.
The original Piter Bottom.
I'm going to move over this way to make sure I can impose disadvantage should I need to. And
Horse tank and
Oh,
man tank.
okay. I have to check one last thing before I'm ready.
Do you have any sort of? Do you get any sort of advantage from mounted combat?
No. Okay, Shield of Faith is concentration. So I will not do Sacred Weapon.
Oh, I should have had you rolling con saves if anything hit you up to this point. Has anything hit you during the session?
During
From
this session?
my logs, Pubert has been off in the corner and not taken damage this session.
I've been pretty lucky. Like my first chop seems to be the only chop I need.
All right.
We've got the choppy going.
Then you do you.
All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and smack this boy again.
But not so much with the flat side of your blade this time.
Yeah, like an oh.
17 hits.
Oh,
Oh.
he's a tough boy.
And he takes 4 damage.
I think he is too big for me to shield bash at all.
He is large. He's 1 size larger than you. So does that work or not? He's not
Yes,
huge,
Shield Master Show.
large.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about it, about the size, but
Yeah, just a creature within 5 feet of your shield. Yep.
why not?
The
Maybe I'm
shove,
like
the shove subtext says that you can use it on anything up to 1 size larger than you.
All right.
Oh,
So
okay.
let's roll competing strength saves. It's a strong creature. See if he can do it.
pop his knee.
Yeah, he's able to like just take it on the knee. He's still an adventurer.
Like, oh, he's a big.
Took that
He's,
shield.
he's got a good
But
foundation here.
But with your slash, you do note that it is bleeding. It doesn't. For its size, you may have thought that it was stronger than it was, but it does not seem to be as tough as an ogre. So
Oh.
it's not looking so well. But then that does give it the. If that's your turn, are you moving or anything else?
Nope, I'm gonna stay here.
Staying right there. He will. That isn't his turn, so he will stand up, or he has stood up with his battle axe and attempts to take a slash down at the last creature who attacked him. So he's make it at you. It's a +5 with the big ol' axe. 8 + 5 does not hit, I believe. So he misses his half ogre slash at you. And that brings us then to the top of the order, Jerk. After you just decapitated the black spider.
You expressed an interest in investigating the body.
Now I'm gonna go through his stuff. What should I roll?
Okay, in combat, I mean, you could do investigation, but investigation takes a couple minutes, so you will just be searching him for the rest of combat.
Okay.
You could also just perceive to see what he has, and then maybe like try and pick stuff off. So you can like either look, what does this guy got, or really get into it and be like, I'm searching this guy through.
I'm gonna search him thoroughly.
Okay. So you're investigating Nesnar and his goods for this turn and the next 5 minutes, which then brings us to Talison's turn.
Okay. I will just kick him a bunch.
Ooh, also, Jerk, roll me your investigation. Sorry. Kick him a bunch. Kick that guy. Kick them.
Well, as bonus action, I can mentally move the healing spirit back over to the snake.
All right.
And then also kick him a bunch.
All right.
D20.
13.
All right.
8. That does not hit him.
Yeah, as you raise up and hoof at him, he's like the size of this thing. Its muscle just seems to absorb the bludgeoning impact. Maybe he'll have a few bruises later, but nothing that's slowing him down right. Anything else?
Nope.
Alright, then that comes to Sparkle Gem's turn. Sparkle Gem. There's one last big boy in this room.
Yeah, and I got
Things
big
seem to be
old
coming to a
snake around
close.
me.
Yeah, it's gonna take you an extra 5 feet of movement to get out from anywhere in there if you want.
Okay, I'll move 15 feet to get over here so I have a clear line of shot and shoot with my crossbow.
Alright. Nothing in your way.
Or not crossbow, but short bow, because crossbow is on the ground somewhere.
Oh, right, yeah. Alright, crossbow attack this guy.
Nope. I don't have
What's the-
advantage or anything.
What's the attack?
7.
7 doesn't hit, you're right.
So, yeah, I'll just chill then.
Alright then. That brings us to Godwall. Godwall, there's one last villain sitting here. Got Yarno hiding in the corner, turned over to your side. The black spider has been decapitated. I see the mage hand has moved far away. Talison's become a horse.
I'll try another Toll the Dead, please.
Alright, he needs to make a wisdom save. Which is, whoa, okay, it's a natural 20, minus 1, 19.
Then there is no effect.
There's no effect. Ding, 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 little tiny bell. Like, for some reason today, all your conjuring bells.
I don't like that.
Massive, huge bell today.
I'll take a step back at that response and pass the turn.
Alright, brings us to Yarno, who yells out in the corner like, I've done everything I can, please help me!
He's starting to strain a web.
Giant constrictor snake, it is their turn, followed by Pubert.
The snake is starting his turn under the spirit.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Roll heals.
1d6. Oh wait, I guess I can just do. Give me a good one. 3 health. All right.
Snake plus 3.
10 health. So the snake has a range of 10 feet, so it is going to strike at this dude with a bite.
It coils up and reaches out, makes the bite towards him.
God damn, dude. I feel like
10.
this always happens. We always spend like a half an hour just trying to hit something.
The last bit, but the tendons miss, the teeth go out, and it's surprisingly fast that it moves out of
Happens.
the way as they grab nothing. Does he move at all?
No.
Bear, you're up.
All right.
End this guy. Come on.
Oh, I'm so tempted. Do I give up my 2 AC bonus attack? Do I play it safe?
It's looking pretty bruised. You feel like you could probably if you hit, you feel confident that you might bring him down.
All right. Well, in that case,
If you
I will,
use your channel divinity, it doesn't make you lose your shield of faith.
oh, that's right, because it's not concentration.
That's right. Would you
in
like to
that
use
case,
your channel divinity?
I will be using my channel divinity.
As Godwald uses his interaction with action, channel the divine spirits within you. Bear is right.
Like, yeah. All right. So using my thing for a minute, I get plus 3 to attack rolls, and
Mhm.
oh, it doesn't do more damage. It just
But to hit, it's +3.
yeah. So now it's a +8 to hit.
Nice.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
There we
that hits. Yeah, that hits. Roll me damage.
Just go ahead, man. It's
Wow. Yeah.
Nice.
max gains. Does that do it?
11 damage is how do you kill this half ogre?
I'll
This is the third swipe of your 3-swipe combo.
just kind of do a. This is gonna be a stab into his heart, and to everybody who sees it, it's gonna be a very heroic stab. It's gonna be a very draw back and push forward, take a step into it, and really push it in there. So Pubert is suffering some pretty bad imposter syndrome. Feels like he tripped and fell into it. It was just a like. It's kind of vicious, that imposter syndrome. Kind of like, and then hold the sword in there as he drops to his knees, and
The sword enters the ogre like a hot knife through a knife hotness inspection.
Right, as it goes up inside the ogre, up through under the rib cage, all the important internal organs, and it just and falls down, just whispering something about, Dad, I couldn't avenge you, and falls down dead.
what?
Da 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 da
Got
da.
a backstory?
The party
Yes.
out of combat. Combat ends.
Was he trying to kill the black spider too?
Can I want to turn and just give Pubert a big old lick on the face.
Yeah.
And you're a horse.
Somebody lose a horse?
Yeah.
All right, Jerk, as you just continue to looking through them, you're going to find essentially all of the equipment on Esnar as you go through.
How long do the
rest of the
snowmen
room-
last?
The rest of the room is open. The snowmen don't go away. So for the next however long, there are snowmen there. As the ice kind of begins to melt, they are just standing there.
Shield of faith goes away. Healing spirit goes away.
Yep.
Spirit totem goes away.
I'm gonna
Time is done. Time is.
I'm gonna dehorsify myself and go in and pat my snake on the head and say, "You can go back to sleep now." And as it turns back into a staff, and I pick it up.
Alright. The snake disappears as well. Taliesin becomes Taliesin again. The horse disappears.
Okay, so
The room is as it is. You guys are out of combat. You murdered everything in space.
okay, if everything is as hurt as it's going to be, I'm going to spend my last heal on me because I think I'm the most hurt in the room. Because there's
Spend
something
your
else will
healing
happen.
on you. Jerk. On Nesnar, you find a series of things. So get out your keyboard.
And that's just enough for a full heal on me.
Got it.
Okay. On Nesnar.
We are now all tapped out.
Oh, you're
Sorry,
fine. Go ahead.
That was no. Go ahead. I can give it a list later. What does everybody else do? Well, Jerk. As you guys finish up combat and those things are dead, Jerk is still sifting through everything on Nesnar. So
I'm going to
get-
help
what
Yarna
do
out
you
of this
guys
web.
do? He actually didn't get caught in it, and he's able to step out. Just be like, and he kind of looks at it, and he's like, "Thank you, and I understand. I understand." And he kind of like holds his hands up and just kind of waits for whatever you're going to do.
Can I inspect this spider sack thing?
From around the corner, I yell, "I'm not gonna kill you again!"
I was gonna say I did say something back to my pipe, but I don't think it ever answered. So
Oh, sorry. I'll go and look back at that while you're inspecting that. Go ahead and give me a perception check really fast. Oh, I responded to the last thing you said.
14. Did you?
Yep. I mean, I didn't respond to what it said. I guess I answered the question. And
Oh.
as you see this,
Oh,
as you see, there's web kind of scattered across the room, right? In like each corner of the room, there's webbing making like difficult terrain that most people didn't like go into. Yarno did once as he ran away, but he was able to through. But Taliesin, you notice this kind of like sack coming here. As you approach it, it seems to be about the size of a small person, and it's not moving or anything. It's not like pulsating, none of that. It's just sort of still, and it is in this sack, but it is there. Anybody else in the room? Anything else you're doing?
I would cut off a 5-foot section of my rope and just use it to bind.
Okay. Yarno accepts it. He, you tie his hands behind his back with the rope. Roll me a survival check. See
Sure.
how tight these ropes are. You say anything to him while you're doing it? 20 is pretty good. Do you say anything to Yarno while you're tying him up?
Are there any more of them we should be worried about?
It tells you that there are still some other creatures, but from his count, he thinks you've defeated all of Nesnar's forces.
That's good to hear.
Oddwald, Sparkle Gem, and Pubert. What are you guys doing?
Seeing as Godwall's got the arrest taken care of.
Only static on CJ's line right now.
Yeah. Dum, 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 dum. Come on.
I actually would like to inspect the statue of the up here in the north.
Okay. As you look over the statue, roll me a religion check.
I was going to say my headset was being dumb again. Sparkle Gem's curling up in one of these sleeping bags and taking a nap.
Okay. You happen to be over the finest sleeping bag in the room. It's actually made of a fine wool lined with fleece on the inside. Very warm.
I think Nesnar was sitting there.
Sweet, I'm crawling inside of it and sleeping. I'm out for the next 8 hours.
All right, Sparkle Gem jumps in to try and take it.
I am not in a position to complain.
Pubert, you roll a 13. You from your general experiences and never went the trip to Waterdeep that you've made, you do recognize this statue specifically because of the jeweled eyes. So it's multifaceted jeweled eyes and the fact that it's a dwarf in its armor and its helmet, you recognize it as Dumathoin. You know it's the dwarven god of mining, and you know that those jeweled eyes are the sort of symbol of that god. So you kind of put that together, but you don't know much else.
Oh, okay.
Oh, are you interested in the statue? I can tell you all
But
about
it
it.
does have two very, very valuable looking emeralds for its eyes. Stratagem, sleeping, Taliesin. Again, there's this sack here. You roll a 13. It looks about the size of a person. You feel like there might be someone inside it.
Yeah, Talison's going to use his staff and just kind of like poke it, and then just go and put his staff back, light up his pipe, and be like, take a long hit of it, and be like, somebody with a blade, come over here.
You have claws.
I'll be right there.
I'm not going to like attack it.
You just you take your staff out and the snake staff. You poke it at the end of it, and it kind of like it wiggles around a bit.
Yeah, I don't want to attack this thing.
I'll pull out my knife and start to carve whoever it is out.
All right, you get up over there, and actually, as you go ahead and carve the sack open, you Talison's mentioned that I think there's somebody in there. Seen it wiggle around a bit. You go ahead and you cut it out, and from that, a person actually
Emerges.
emerges from inside. Let me see if I can zoom in enough to get onto it. There is a dwarf inside that is not a dwarf that you recognize. It's no one you happen to met in the past, but he does look a little familiar. Go ahead and roll me a general intelligence check.
Just the two at the dwarf.
Yep. I can't just want to click this thing.
16.
8.
16 to Taliesin. He actually looks a bit like Gundren Rockseeker, but he's not him. You recognize that this isn't him. He just seems to look like him. He kind of coughs and half dazed with eyes a little crossed, tries to focus on Hubert and Taliesin. And he just real gravely whispers out, "Thank you." And he kind of passes out. He was barely conscious in the first place, and he's unconscious again.
I'm going to yell back to Yarno and be like, Yarno, who is this?
Yarno, this position, come over, now healed up, not getting into the web. And he looks at you guys, oh, this is Nundro. This is Gundren's brother. You guys actually knew that Nundro and his other brother were supposed to be here before you guys arrived, but I've just seen it, and he's up in here, but he is. Give me a second.
Whoa.
Nope. I can't click him. I don't care. I'm just gonna move the other token. And Nundro is there, but unconscious. Right, yeah. Jerk, in the Desnar Black Spider's inventory, you find the spider staff. That is the iron staff with the spider at the top of it that he was wielding and casting spells with. You find a scroll, gaseous form. You find one sending stone. A whole lot of gear in general.
Hold on. I don't know how to spell gaseous.
It's gas, EOUS.
GASEOUS. gaseous scroll of gaseous form.
All right.
1 sending stone. So actually, I should, before you say that, 1 stone with a face carved into it. Roll me an Arcana check really fast.
Is this a separate item than the sending stone?
This is the sending stone. I should have
Okay.
had him roll it because it's a magical item.
I'm just trying to
So
take notes.
my bad. Yes, please.
The only totally non-caster.
You recognize it as a magical stone you could spend some time with, and if you do, you'll recognize it as a sending stone.
Okay.
But it's one of a pair. So if you spend time with it, you'll know that. He has some general supplies on him. He does have a spell book that is latched and locked. He has a dagger on his side and a sheath. He has a dwarven ale mug made of electrum.
So that it can stand dwarven ale.
Something he found in the mine. He's wearing leather armor, just as a note. He has a whole bunch of side things I'm going to do. He has a scroll in his possession. Roll me another Arcana check. And what languages do you know?
Common and Infernal.
Okay. You actually recognize the scroll's language.
Damn
so
it.
you are able to identify this scroll.
Maybe.
And it should say, actually,
no, the syntax
other
is bad.
scroll.
Yeah,
You
I
need
know.
to reroll that.
I did.
So actually, I apologize. That would be for your first one. You're able to recognize the scroll of gaseous form from that roll.
Okay.
Roll me another Arcana check.
I did. 13.
So going through this guy's personal stuff. 13. This one is written in Infernal, the other in Common. So you're able to recognize a scroll of... Actually, no, this one's over on the table. Sorry. He has a shield that he has been carrying this whole time. And then he's got a whole bunch of other stuff, but I'm not... I mean, are you ready for the list?
Nah, just send it to me.
That's
Sundry
what it
items.
says. Let me just throw it out here. Can you guys type this up collectively?
Sure.
Well, no, that's what he has. He had the backpack, he had the book. Oh, that's on the panel. It's not. It's not. It's not here. It's on him. That's on. It's not on him because Sparkle Gem has it. That's on the table. That's on the table. Table. Yeah, he has a mess kit. So he's got a few items on him. He has a potion of healing. And then the rest of the stuff is not on him. So that's Sparkle Gem's trying to snare. You guys notice. Oh, there's one other thing that Nasnar has on him. It is a key. On the head of the key is an anvil.
I misspelled anvil.
Yep, that is the incorrect way to spell anvil.
I can think of other ways.
No, there's only one way. Correct way.
All right, so then Taliesin, Vivir, Godwald, you guys come across Nundro, Rockseeker, who is unconscious. He seems fairly injured, sallow, almost as if some of his blood has been sucked, and he kind of seems like thinner than he should. More damage than he should. He does not look well.
I'm going to do the ET thing with my last point of lay on hands and use it on him.
Okay. As Hubert phones home to Nunjo, Nunjo is actually able to wake up just a little bit, kind of look around, and he sees.
Yarno first.
Well, he sees Hubert, who doesn't recognize. And he sees Godwald, who he doesn't recognize. And he sees Yarno, who he does. Ah! And he starts screaming and backs his way off into the corner, shuffling himself off. And like, God! What's happening? What's going on? Where am I? Ah! Where are the spiders? Oh my God! Ah! And he's just cowering in the corner. He's terrified.
I'd like to try to
Jerk, you're still going through all of Nesnar stuff. You're spending time.
persuade him to calm down. Like, it's okay. You are being rescued. Please do not resist.
It's like,
Pubert steps
rescued?
forward.
Oh,
The
who's
symbol
that?
of-
Oh God, I don't know what's what anymore. Oh.
Pubert steps forward. The symbol of the Lord's Alliance gleaming on his armor.
Yeah, look at me.
Yarno kind of looks at you guys, his hands tied behind his back, and he's just like, I think he's afraid of me, and he kind of walks off and steps over to the side near this table.
Shit. I also have an
Don't let
emblem
him-
that I can show him, but I can't remember what it's called because I lost a whole bunch of notes.
Don't let him get too close to that table.
His hands are tied behind his back.
He can still speak.
Fine, I'll keep an eye on him. Okay, I'll follow. Around the spider, though.
I forgot that I put in appearance
down.
currently have it.
Currently have invisible arms.
Is that still going on?
There's a lot of hope in that currently.
Oh yeah, no, his arms are still invisible.
Are the lights still dancing?
They are still dancing. They're gonna
Is
last
this-
for the next
4
4
hours.
Are the two snowmen still snowmen?
The two snowmen, they just exist. They're not fake. There's a couple small piles of snow actually around the room, in case somebody wants some ice for their drinks.
So
I've run out of alcohol.
if I follow Yarn over here to keep an eye on him, it jerks chastising. What's he
Sure,
looking at?
roll me another investigation check. As you're spending your full time going through everything that the Black Spider has on him. Okay. All right, I'll tell you your thing next before you're moving here. But then Pubert tells him he's terrified. He's terrified off in the corner. He's a very scared man. Things have not gone his way in the last few.
I want to step forward and tell him this. That man is in our company. These two are with the Lord's Alliance, and point to Pubert and Godwald. Huh?
Oh, I'll nod.
Oh, okay. I thought you said I'm not, and I was like, oh.
Like, no, fuck you.
And then I can't remember what the name of. What's the group that I'm part of?
Harper?
I lost a bunch of my notes. It somehow. So, and I want to like pull my Harper's like crest out and show him like we were sent here by. You said that I recognize that he's Gundren's brother.
You recognize that he looks very familiar.
We were sent here by.
That he looks like a dwarf, you know. He's not.
Yarno
Gundren,
told us
but
who he is.
He's clearly
Yeah.
related to him with your brother.
Yeah, we were sent here 3 years ago at the request of Gundren Rockseeker, but
We were waylaid.
we were held up with very inquisitive. It's kind of hard to explain, but the spiders are dead, and so is the black spider.
He looks at you. He looks at the seal of the Harpers. He recognizes what that means, and he assumes you're not with the Black Spider or any of his allies. And he just comes, oh thank you, oh thank you, oh thank you, and he just comes up and he just starts hugging you. He's got his arms around you. He just starts crying. He's like, "This is the worst. Oh my, oh god."
I'm just gonna like pat his head and be like, there.
Yeah, he definitely needs some comfort.
Every time, everyone needs a good cry every once in a while.
Yeah, and he just lays it out pretty thick on the cry for a bit there.
I
Sparkle Gem's still sleeping, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah,
She's committed.
totally.
Yeah, it's totally out. All right, Godwald, as you come over to the table, you actually see several things. Roll me a investigation real quick. Nice. All right. Well,
Does
so
a crit auto succeed?
right, yeah. So what you find on the table is you see there's a set of alchemist supplies, and from your passive insight, you're able to tell that Nesnar had been working on between the different sheets of paper that are here and on the table, that he had been working on different attempts to negate the necrotic aura that was here affecting the forge, and he was trying all of these different attempts. So you're able to see all of these things that did not work for Nesnar in order to get the forge working. He was trying. He basically had come down to a almost seems like it had been like a
Trial and error.
trial and error method of just trying different things to see what might have an effect. So there are alchemist supplies there. You also find a book of his notes on things that did not work on the forge. There's a glass bottle. Jerk, in his stuff, you now also notice a component pouch that has all of the components for him to cast the spells that he cast from his book. So write component pouch with spell book components down. Sparkle Gem, you have the crystal that was his, and it is engraved with the emblem of Lolth, the Spider Queen. There are on this table there are 9 gemstones worth about 10 gold apiece. Godwald, see all those things here. You also find an hourglass, 1 ounce bottle of ink, an ink pen, things that he was writing down all of his notes with. There's a small bag of sand on his person. So Jerk, there's a little bag of sand for you. His musket. There's 10 sheets of paper on the table, Godwald. On his person, Jerk, you found a playing card set and his healing potion. If you have that, actually, he had 2 healing potions. Sorry, Jerk, he had 2.
Just regular potion of healing.
Yep. On the table and some of the other items, you find his rations, Godwald. You also find a scroll, Godwald, of what languages do you speak?
Today, Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Infernal.
You find a scroll on his person. You're not sure what exactly that scroll is at the moment, but you see a scroll, and roll me a quick Arcana check. Get above a 10.
Above a 10.
All right, so you recognize that it is a magical scroll. It's not just a note or a letter. Kind of recognize the arcane magic, but you don't recognize the language. On the table, you also find sealing wax. Jerk, on his person, you find a signet ring that has the emblem of the Spider Queen of Lolth. So it's that spider that you saw on that letter you note that he had written to Yarno. On the table, you find a small knife. There's actually some soap in the room. I believe the spell book was taken off. The spell book on his person that's locked that Jerk has. So your spell book. There are on the table religious vestments, so robes of a deity. God will roll me a religion check. And using the Sword Coast's Adventurer's Guide is with advantage.
And this regains a D4 charges, so yes, I will use a second charge.
So use a second charge. You recognize the vestments as a priest of Dolthoin, the dwarven gods, so like priestly vestments that could be worn around the neck. And then there are also 3 on the table that are currently empty. They look like they may have been used for something else, but they're currently empty. Three vials. There's also on the table prayer book, 5 sticks of incense, and then Jerk has the iron key with the head shaped as an anvil. And I need to go to the restroom. Too much. I will be right back. If Taliesin and Bear want to think about the Jerk, I have one thing to tell you as you finish searching Nesnar before you leave him.
So it's also like 10:45, and I'm falling asleep at my keyboard right now.
If you
That's
just
why I
promise
turned my
to stay
camera
asleep
off.
no matter what, you can go. You think?
I mean, how about this? If you guys move to a different room, just pick me up and take me with. Sack and all.
Just drag the sack with us.
Yep.
That's how you
It's
started the
right.
campaign in the first place.
Right, might as well end the campaign on the same note.
In a sack.
Yep, in a sack. Being drug around in Jerk's back. Alright, yeah, just let Sparkle Gem stay asleep in the sack. And like I said, if you guys move rooms, just drag her sleeping body behind you. But have a good night, everyone.
See ya.
Bye.
All right. Jerk, roll me a final investigation as you're searching Nesnar.
Hold on one sec. A final investigation.
Yep, one last investigation roll.
Be good. It's decent.
As you're searching through thing, you've cleared out like his pouches, the different. You've seen the locked book that's on him. You recognize it's probably a spell book. If it is, there's a metal band latched around it with a lock physically on the book itself. And you continue like pursuing through his things, like just searching this headless body that you've decapitated. And in a pouch inside the robes, inside a pouch, you find 2 letters, 2 envelopes sealed.
V and Q.
And the letters, one is sealed with. There are two images on the seals. So the wax seal that closes the letter. One bears the symbol of the Lord's Alliance. The second bears the symbol of the Black Spider. That 8-armed spider symbol that you've seen before on his previous letters. And Taliesin, Hubert, you're comforting this crying man. So
Well,
and he starts and he goes and he hugs you guys after he's kind of like done through like a sobbing and crying motion. He's like, is Gundren okay? Have you seen him?
We have not seen him yet. When did you see him last?
He's here. It's been a few days. they were done with me. They were gonna feed me to the spiders. I swear, I know Gudrun to be alive. I know he's here, and that woman to be here too. I don't know.
Mhm.
What woman?
The red-haired woman from Phandalin. I don't know her name. Oh God, I hope I need. It starts crying. I was like, but Nundro, or wait, so it's Nundro, Gundren, and I'm shit. What's the third Rockseeker's brother? I'm sorry.
You have never told us.
I know. It's good. Well, long time. It was his brother's name, and I'm just not sure what
Was
it
it
was.
the dwarf at the entrance that was dead?
He's
Must
just
have.
crying. He's like, my brother's dead. My other brother's dead, and he says his name, but I don't.
Where were they keeping you?
They were moving us around. I've been here, and the room next door is the priest's chambers from before. They tortured us. They did such horrible things. He's still just trying to he's just crying on your shoulder. I'm like, so glad that another human being, another person is not just attacking him, that he's so thankful and grateful he's just holding on to you.
I make my way into the room and I ask, "What girl with red hair?"
I don't know.
I also want to ask Pubert, Pubert, do you think you can knock that door down back there?
Mm-mm. Let's rest first because we have no idea what's in there.
I'd like to check these other spider webs on the south side of the room to see if they have dwarves in them, and I'm willing to take as much time as it takes.
Roll me a quick perception check. Yeah, you notice that there are no more. It's pretty easy to see. But there are no other human-sized sort of sacs. Like the way that a spider captures its prey and rolls it up in the web, this had very clearly been that situation. The rest of the webs are just kind of spread throughout, and you don't see anything other
Are there any egg sacs?
Nothing in this room. No, nothing in this room.
Okay.
I get Godwald's attention and I show him the letters, and I'd like to open them and read what they say, kind of like keeping our voices down so his brother doesn't hear.
Do you want to do this next to Yarno? Would you like to do that next to Yarno?
Yeah, because he might be able to give us some insight too.
Okay. Then which would you like to open first?
Let's do
Alright, so
Yeah.
I was gonna ask. Yes, you've got two letters. They're both wax sealed. One with the Lord's Lion symbol. One with the black spider symbol.
Dealer's choice, brother.
Lord's Alliance.
Let's open it up.
All right. So you guys crack open this first letter, and it seems to be addressed to. Let's see. What languages you guys speak? Man, this language
read-
thing comes
I
in
can read Dwarven.
way more often than I expect. Does anyone speak deep speech?
No. I don't think I've ever found anyone in any campaign that had taken that as an early language. So no, we can't speak the Elder God language.
Does anybody have an ability that will allow them to read other
Yes,
languages?
but that would take time.
Neither of you are able to read this letter, though you did notice those the symbol of the Lord's Alliance that Pubert wears on his shield is. I think it's your shield, right, Pubert? Something you wear has the.
Do you mind if I hold on to that? I can read it later.
I ask him, does your brother know this language?
No. He knows a similar language, but no.
All right. I hand that one over to him.
Okay, so you have one more letter in.
Let's crack that one open.
Crack it open. It actually seems to be written in a similar language. You notice the characters are the same, though neither of you can currently read it.
What is this? It's all in emojis.
Yeah, just wingdings, wingdings.
Highlight it and change the font.
Okay, since Sparkledorn is asleep and the other two are just consoling that guy, and I now have 3 things I can't read, I would like to sit down and take the 10 minutes it takes to comprehend languages.
Okay.
Well, hey, dude,
so
do you want to make it 4? I'll give you the spell book too.
You found a spell book?
Yeah, I have a latched spell book.
What's inside?
I have no idea. It's locked.
Well, you're a roguish type.
Can I pick the lock on the spell book?
you can certainly try.
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna try. Sleight of hand? No, not sleight of hand. It's just Dex.
It's thieves' tools.
It's thieves' tools, so it's Dex with proficiency.
Do you have expertise in
And
thieves' tools?
You have
Yes.
expertise.
So is that
So
double
Double
proficiency?
proficiency. So a
All right.
D20 with double your proficiency.
All right. If I don't do this, I just fucking suck.
So yeah, that's a.
It's 32.
So your proficiency's plus 2. So
you didn't
whatever
roll a
your
die.
D20
You
is
just
plus
put
4.
you just put a number. You just put a 20 down on the table.
No,
Yeah.
my proficiency is it is
So,
it's
yeah,
plus
roll
4.
Roll at a +8.
So well, your
1,
proficiency is
2.
2.
Yeah.
Double
but
your proficiency is
How
plus
is
4.
where's it
It's a
2?
D20. A
I'd say it's a-
D20 plus 4.
Is it the number where it says dexterity plus and a number?
It's the number where it fucking says proficiency bonus plus 2
Yeah, that's a fair ruling.
Well, where though on the sheet?
at
Uh,
the goddamn top.
At the
Strength,
god-
Dex, Con, Int, Wisdom, Charisma, Proficiency plus 2 bonus. So if
Okay.
it's double your proficiency, it's plus 4. So
Okay.
it's a D20.
Listen,
plus
you
4.
call me motherfucker again. I'm gonna drive to Columbus and smack you. That was never explained to me. That's why I asked.
It's late. Let's get a roll. We can do anything with a roll.
I totally fail.
As you pull on the lock and attempt to notice, you notice that there is a glowing rune that glows as you attempt to unlock the lock. Just that happens as you attempt to unlock it.
Is there any kind of symbol on the lock?
It's a rune that you don't understand. Taliesin and Pubert, as you guys are turning there, and none crying on you, and he's like, he's like they were kept in the room next door. He's like, there's is the black spider. He had a key. He would go in there. He would come out. He's like he was using us for information to keep the cave to himself. And
So
also,
I kind of want to yell out to the room. Did anybody find a key?
Yes,
Okay. Can I see it?
you can have it.
Okay. So I take the key and I go try to unlock this door.
you find that the anvil-headed key opens the door with ease.
Cool. Just take a look inside.
Inside, you see 2 snowmen.
Oh no. Fuck.
A set of tools on the ground. Roll me a perception check really fast. Just see what you see before you enter the room.
24.
All right. There is a brazier in the room that is covered in spider webs. Each of the corners are covered in spider webs as well. There is a bed lying in the northwest corner, upon which there are 2 snowmen sitting. There's actually a set of tools on the ground in front of them, a bucket in front of the bed, and to your right here, you do see a sack of eggs. It seems like as you're, just generally as a nature-based player, you understand those are egg sacs inside. But
Okay.
the majority of the room contains some kind of webbing, so it'd be kind of difficult to maneuver through here. But also, I suppose with your perception, you hear and
Yeah. Man, I want to. I want to go in.
All right.
Like-
So as you like crush through,
I'd
roll
try to-
me
Try to be like
your-
really really. I'm trying to be careful about it.
All right. So you can, with your perception rolls pretty high, you do see like there might be a bit of a path to go from here. Actually, make sure to go from here, like
Mhm.
around in this way to like get yourself over there. But
Okay.
you have to be careful about it. So roll me a dexterity check.
Dex check. 8.
All right. I'm tired of combat this turn, so a swarm of spiders does break out of the sack of these things,
How
but
did I
they're pretty easy. They're pretty easy to fight. So let's just roll a couple d20s real fast to basically take any damage as it goes. So as you walk through, they get an attack of opportunity. 12 plus 3, 15. Does that hit you?
Yes.
Okay, so you maybe take. Shut up. You take d6 damage. This is just gonna be. You do take a little damage. You take 9 damage. Are you okay?
That's a lot.
No.
All right, shit. All right.
Do you cry out?
Do you cry out?
Yes.
Ah!
like, I-
Yells. Everybody, really quick.
And said that I
you're gonna-
and yell that I found them.
I found them, and everybody's just gonna roll me attacks. Anyone who is awake, so Sparkle Gem, you're trying to sleep. Jerk, Godwald, Pubert, you guys hear Taliesin shout out from the room that he just went into. Just roll me a couple. Each of you roll me a d20. We'll see if we can like end this thing really quick. Pubert hits. Jerk misses. You just kind of like run him. You're attacking this swarm of spiders. Godwald, roll me a d20.
Ooh.
I don't
Hits. So you guys are able to do it, but you all take just to roll it just a d6 on top of other thing. Oops. Between your fight, I only meant to roll 1. Sorry about that. You guys take 4 damage. And
know. I stabilized Taliesin.
Taliesin, are you alive after another 4?
No.
I make
So
the
you go
effort to
down.
stabilize Taliesin.
Let's have a medicine check really quick. So you guys able to step on and smash a bunch of like swarm of these baby spiders that come in. But you're able to stabilize Taliesin, get him up, and like, oh shit, dude, he goes. As you guys then
Am I
stand
awake?
up. Yeah, you're awake. Everybody's
Like-
awake in
Like,
the
we
room.
need to get them out of this snowman.
baby
The
baby
bursting.
spiders are dead. You guys all made your way in here really fast in response to your friend shouting, except for Sparkle Gem is sleeping.
She would be.
Sparkle Gem, do you want to roll a?
She actually left, yeah.
She went to actually sleep.
All right.
It's late.
Well, then you guys are in here in the room.
I just want to break them out of the snowmans.
I don't
Yes.
think I want to do this while she's not here, and I actually really want to stop.
Yeah, it's probably a good time to quit. As
Alright,
we're
just
breaking them
then-
out, as we're breaking them out of the snowman.
Yeah. I just want to say we
Okay.
break them out so they don't suffocate.
And is it the other 2 dwarves?
Everybody, really quick. Godball, Jerk, Pubert, roll me a perception really fast.
Oh no. That's
How quickly do you recognize these people?
17.
13.
12.
I'm a little hazy.
22.
You all recognize them. These are people you've seen. It's Gundren Rockseeker and Halia Thorn.
What
My
color are they?
girlfriend.
Gagged, bound, and beaten. Hang out on this bed. The bucket that's next to them is actually like
So-
the bucket that they've been going to the bathroom in.
If Holly is here, who the fuck do we talk to in town?
And that's where we end tonight.
Oh,
Who
shit.
have you been dating?
She was a lot nicer last time I saw her.
Okay, well, bye internet, bye guys. I really have to go.
Night.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed. I mean, I gotta go to bed. Apply. I have 1 hit point.
Bye.